Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
What the fuck is up?
What up?
This is episode 212, right?
212.
Two Twizzy of the iLLogical Sense podcast. This is your boy Busby.
Give me a hell yeah! And over here is your boy JC.
And Martine.
Yo, what the fuck is up, guys? How y'all feeling, man?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Chilling
like a fucking villain.
Right,
Right.
What is it? It's the second week of January now?
Yeah,
Yes.
second full week, yeah.
Yes.
It's very clear that Wednesdays are going to be the days of 2021. It's very
It
clear.
looks like it, man.
Because next week's the inauguration.
Yeah.
For the past Wednesday, they all comes in threes. First, we had a little insurrection coup. That's what they call them shits. Coup. That's a ding.
Coup.
That's a ding, nigga. So we all said, JC said last week, you know what? I can't wait to see what happens next week when it comes to 45. Well, leading to what happened today, while we're right before we recorded, I think Trump found out that people don't like what that little shit he pulled last week, trying to tell his mob of supporters to kind of, try to hijack the government and shit like that.
You think?
I mean, the fuck you think was gonna happen?
Yeah.
So, the internet didn't like that. When I said the internet, I really mean the internet did not like that. So first, Facebook said, fuck out of here. That's a ding. Shut the fuck up.
That works.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
So first, Facebook said, yeah, we're going to put you on silence until after the inauguration because you too hot right now. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
And then after that, who else was next? And they shut him down on Instagram too because Facebook and Instagram are one of a kind. So everybody was looking at Jack Dorsey. That's his name, right? Over at Twitter, Jack Dorsey.
I just know his first name's Jack. Yeah.
Jack. Anyways, his name's Jack Dorsey.
Jackie T.
Jack. Everyone was looking at Jack.
Jackie Twitter.
Jackie
Twitter. Everybody looking at Jack like, you better do some shit. And apparently my mom said Michelle Obama went on Twitter and said, she said something that if Silicon Valley don't do some shit about this shit, this is fucked up.
She said, give me what I want.
Everybody was on it. And they warned Trump. They said flat out, yo, if you do this shit again, we are going to suspend your account permanently. They warned him. This nigga said, fuck out of here, I'm Trump. So after he did that little fucking...
You just try to gloss over that shit too, bro.
Fuck out of here, I'm Trump. No. So after he said this shit, after he goes on Twitter early in the morning and still tweets, he tweets out that, yeah, he said some shit. I forgot what he said. He said some shit where he could have just incited violence again. And then the other tweet he said was like, oh yeah, I ain't going to the inauguration, just so y'all know. And niggas was like, all right, nigga, shit.
And
Yeah.
However, Twitter didn't like that shit. So, in the afternoon, they pushed the button. The Joe button.
And I've been waiting, baby.
We all been waiting. After 4 years, Twitter finally silenced him and suspended his account definitely.
or indefinitely.
Indefinitely.
No, permanently. My fault.
Oh, that one too.
It was permanently. They said straight out, and then they had a reasoning on why, and they were saying this nigga was gonna incite violence again, especially when he said he wasn't gonna be at the inauguration. That's like hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, like, hey, like if y'all want to do some shit, I ain't gonna be here.
I won't be there, so go ahead.
So go ahead, and they were just like, yeah, you gotta go. So yeah,
You ain't inciting violence. You inciting violence.
Somebody did this.
Who said that?
Fab. The get back.
Wow. Anyway,
Hence the hands. Fab on the soundboard.
Fab. You trying to be the new ding guy? It's Martine's job to be the ding guy.
I mean, it works for
Whatever.
everybody, you know what I mean? I ain't tripping.
I know.
Pass the bill around.
So, Trump didn't like that they permanently took away his fucking bullhorn. So he tried going on Team Trump. Draymond Green said.
No.
So they suspended that shit. He went to the POTUS, the president, the one he's supposed to be on the entire time. It's the most secured account. He tried tweeting from there. Twitter said
No.
So then he tried to get him his digital director. He tried to go on that. Twitter said
No.
And pretty much no matter where he went, Twitter just said no, no, no.
Yuck.
Yeah, you go. Yuck. He was silenced. And then not only that, the internet just followed suit. Get the dings ready. He got suspended on.
Shit. Here we go.
I'm just gonna list it all. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I said Instagram, right?
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram, Spotify.
The nigga got banned from the internet.
Literally, Spotify, Shopify.
He got banned from the internet.
yeah.
I never even heard Shopify.
That's
Google.
That's where you buy shit, or
Yeah.
you can sell too.
Yeah, merchandise. So you can't even
Merchandise.
sell merch.
Motherfucker can't even make a MAGA shirt.
Nigga can't even go on
Nope.
Google. He can't search nothing on Google.
Real shit. I forgot about that
Well,
one.
he can. Well, I mean, he can search, but he can't make an account.
Yeah,
Somebody said
nah.
when this dude got to take a shit, he got to read the soap bottle down.
Fucking YouTube, pretty much. then, right?
YouTube. Yeah, that's
He's banned from the internet.
banned.
For real.
And it's just like, all you had to do was shut the fuck up. But no! He felt his shit didn't stink. So he can't say shit. So, when we go to Congress, mainly Nancy Pelosi, Joe Budden again.
And I've been waiting,
She
baby.
could wait to do this shit. So she said, oh, nah, we gotta impeach this nigga again. He tried to pull an insurrection last week. And, so that leads all the way to today, this Wednesday. Today's what, the 13th? January 13th, right? And for historical reasons, we wanted to say that. The House of Congress, the House of Representatives, they have voted to impeach Donald J. Trump again. He is the first president in U.S. history to be impeached twice. Two! Vincent Price.
What is this? The board? Like, it's the board podcast shit?
Well, nigga.
Let the shit flow naturally.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I can't push the button.
I know, but let's have a conversation.
You're concentrating on your Lakers.
Because you having a conversation. We're having a conversation. You just going off. So
But you're looking at the screen.
Because I'm waiting for it to jump in. Shit, I can't even get in to say anything.
Like, you're just like the jump rope shit. Like,
He's just looking at it like, all right, here we go. Oh, shit, missed it.
You jumped already into the impeachment shit. I was ready to talk about Parler.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, like,
Them too.
Shit, the motherfucker was like, yeah, we're going to go over to Parler. And then the app store was like,
Nah.
we're not doing all that.
We ain't doing all
and
that
they took
here.
Parler off all the app stores.
Oh, my God.
It was
like
funny
the-
because somebody was like, what's Parler? And they were like, it's just Twitter with an ER.
It's the MAGA app. That's what it was. And they took that because then Trump went over there and they were like, no, this is not how this is going to go. So now they're shut down. So when it comes to so he's the first president to get impeached twice before his term was up. This nigga got 2 write-ups before he got fired. Ain't that some shit? That's what impeachment is for presidents. It's like a big-ass write-up. And then it has to go to Congress. It's like Congress is like HR, so they can review and then determine what they can do with you, so they can kick you out.
Well, I almost feel like he put in his 2 weeks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then got 2
Yeah.
write-ups. Like,
I mean,
bro. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, think of this too as it's history making, but are you really surprised considering that history was already made when he became really the first non-politician that became president?
Yeah.
Like everything went out the window as far in terms
Yeah,
of what we were
politics
going to
went
be
out the window.
surprised
I
by.
told everybody, as soon as he got elected, there's no such thing as politics. No, as long as he's in office, there's no such thing as politics no more. It's what's right and what's wrong. And he was everything wrong with America. And he brought the racists out. He brought them out in limelight. They coming out. They took the hoods off. And they showing who they are. But this nigga don't give a fuck about you.
And they're getting arrested.
No.
And as of recently, I just seen a video one of my friends posted on Instagram and shit, right? Mm-hmm. There was one of the terrorists, right? And he was trying to board a flight. Mm-hmm. No fly.
Yeah, they put him
He's
on
on
a
the no-fly list.
No fly list.
Yeah, I think that's the funniest thing about this whole situation was that, granted, what I was saying last week was, it wasn't just white people out there, and that's true. It wasn't just white people, but I guess I could also kind of bend and compromise a little bit in saying that the types of black people that were out there were the ones that go to supercuts.
Yeah,
So,
them niggas.
you know what I mean? So at that point, it's kind of like, all right, now we can kind of see who's, how they're moving.
Right.
And for those types of white people, they thought they could move and just make all kinds of actions and not have any repercussions or consequences that came with it.
Them niggas.
So when they was getting on the planes, and they found out that your freedom of speech it wasn't infringed upon. But just because you do some shit, it doesn't mean that there's not gonna be a consequence for it.
Yeah.
That was the second best form of entertainment I had this weekend.
What was the first?
We'll get to the first.
Is it has to do with the?
We'll just get to the first.
Okay.
But that was so funny, just seeing people comfortable as they were getting ready to go home.
They thought they could just break the law. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. They thought they could just do this, and their white privilege would be like, okay, I can go home and go back to work, and nothing's gonna happen. Like, you motherfuckers were gonna go in. Why did I have this? These motherfuckers thought they could go in there and try to fuck up all the senators. Because that was their goal. They wanted to go in there and just try to kidnap them and kill them and shit. Take over the government and be like, all right, guys, let's go home. Let's go home. It's cool. Like, the government's cool now. Republicans got it. Trump's president again. Whatever. And they thought they could just get away with it.
Yeah, that's my. I was like, what was supposed to be accomplished by this?
Yes,
if you think about it, like, were they supposed to find mysterious votes all of a sudden? Like,
they thought they
what was supposed to be accomplished at the end of all of this?
Trump didn't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck about nobody, not even his own vice president. He told Mike Pence, apparently he told Mike Pence, his own boy, his right-hand man, his vice president, because he has to certify the votes. He said, you got to make a choice. You got to go down in history as a patriot or as a pussy. He told Mike Pence that to his face.
And that's a direct quote.
Yeah,
mind you.
Yeah, no, that's not hyperbole. That's when the new history books come out. That's going to be a direct quote in your a direct quote in your kid's history book.
Yeah. If you did, well, yeah, pretty much. So then what makes it even worse is that when all that shit was going on, reports are even coming that when all the senators were trying to tweet and call Trump, like, yo, call the National Guard, call this mob off, he didn't answer the phone because he was watching the shit on TV, enjoying it, laughing about it. Like, oh, wow, really? I mean, not surprising. It's who the fuck he is. Like, he was enjoying it. And again, it's like, what did you think was going to happen to you? Like, what did you think was going to happen? They killed, 5 people died at that shit, man. All white.
One of them was a cop, too.
Yeah, and they showed it on camera. They beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, they beat him with a fire hydrant, and then the irony of it, don't disrespect the flag, but they use the flag as a murder weapon.
Yes. Blue Lives Matter.
Come on, man. This man's presidential campaign started with "Don't disrespect the flag," and it's ending with the flag being disrespected. Not only in terms of being used, but then to go the extra notch because it can't just stop at regular disrespect. It's got to go all the way to disrespect.
Right?
We're the Birdman.
It goes and it's used as a murder weapon on a cop who, again, all this started with Blue Lives Matter.
Right.
Like, literally, what the campaign started with, the foundations of, was literally destroyed and was shown, oh, y'all don't stand on that. Yeah. We really know what... We always knew what it was that you stood upon.
For sure.
It's just now that you chose... It's not even guessing anymore. You chose to physically show us that what you were standing on was bullshit.
Right.
You just said that our lives matter, but your black lives don't. That's pretty much what it said. That's what they did. Now, I don't want to call this funny. I'm just going to call this the universe works one way. Word to Hove. So, what's that chick's name?
Which one?
The white chick. The one that everyone, when they tried to pull a Breonna Taylor on.
Oh, Ashley
Babbitt. I think her last name was Babbitt.
Ashley Babbitt.
So, when they're...
I think, I don't know if that's her name, but honestly...
Ashley Babbitt or Ashlyn Babbitt. It's one of the two.
Not
one
to
of
sound
those.
heartless.
I'm trying not to.
It really doesn't matter.
I mean, she's a terrorist, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why I'm saying it really doesn't matter.
So, during the whole shit, when they're trying to get into the chamber, Secret Service, the security, they had their guns drawn. Like, if y'all can't see, they had their guns drawn, like, pew pew. Like, we're gonna pew pew you. Don't try coming in here. This bitch tries, they have it on camera. She tries to climb in there. Like, you literally see her trying to climb in there, and then they just went, pop, shot her.
They wanna see me do my dance.
Shut up.
A whole lot of choppers on
A whole
your
lot of
ass.
choppers on your ass.
So, I shouldn't laugh because it's fucked up.
But it's funny. It's funny.
I'm trying not to laugh about someone that died, man.
You can not. I understand. I get it.
It's not It's not godlike.
Listen, bro. I understand you. You know what I'm saying? That video is hilarious, bro.
See, I'm not trying to laugh because she fell the fuck back.
Yeah, she just
And then-
flew back.
So then, because they shot her right in the neck, and then after that, it just. So then, when they do history behind, they look at her Twitter post because she was tweeting while she was there, and then and they showed old videos of her going on little MAGA rants and shit like that. Like, she really thought they were doing shit. You flew all the. You said I never want to see Joe Biden as president. Well,
Hey.
you with Ronald Reagan now.
Hey.
Mission accomplished.
Ding. And that.
I mean, she got what she asked for. She got what she asked for.
I mean, you ain't gonna see Joe
Since
Biden.
she didn't want to see Joe Biden as president, and
So
Mission
shit.
accomplished.
she's
I'm saying.
not going to see Joe Biden as president.
Yeah.
Then this other, even though
Don't see a lot of other things.
there was
either,
another
but
story that came
She's
out.
talking to Abraham Lincoln, though.
Yeah.
Meh.
Probably cussing him out.
Yeah.
And JFK
Yeah.
and Andrew Jackson and anyway
All the other
dead presidents to represent her.
Oh my god.
But yeah, there was four other people that died. Including, well, this one isn't real. I guess this story with the dude who fucking had a taser and he shocked his nuts and then he had a heart attack. It's not real, but on this podcast, on our narrative, that happened.
Yeah. That was one of them.
Yeah.
I heard about it.
So the FBI, this is crazy. This even talking about this out loud is fucking hilarious. The FBI said, "Yeah, we coming for your ass."
Well, before that, what I found interesting when the stories started coming out, because remember when we spoke about it last week, we were talking about how there were select officers that had no problems taking selfies.
Oh yeah.
Since that episode went on air, what we found out was the black police officers that were on the other side of the building, and it was a complete 180 from what the white cops were doing by taking selfies.
Yeah.
There were black cops that were literally in life or death situations on the whole other side of the building that were making heroic moves that protected everybody.
One cop in
and
particular
basically stopped the building from going on fire.
One cop
Shouts out to him.
One
Yeah.
cop in particular stopped the mob from going into the chambers where all the senators where Nancy Pelosi and all the other senators were at. He literally it was seconds away, and he literally led them away.
Yeah.
These Nancy Pelosi said,
Like literally, even with, I mean, we've known this, but even with the police force, there's two Americas.
yeah.
Yeah.
They literally see them, like, in the video when they walk in there, the cops literally stand aside. They literally stand aside and let them just walk up in this bitch. They walked up in there. Walked up in Nancy Pelosi's office and just rained her shit. Like, she was on 60 Minutes talking about it, and her aides were literally hiding under the table and barricading the door. And they have video of them just knocking on the door, like, banging on the door and shit like that. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, these white folks gone wild. Like, what? It's mind-blowing that this happened. So anyway, like I said, FBI said, we ain't like that shit. Like, we could see you. Because, of course, unlike
that shit.
Unlike the Black Lives Matter,
like that shit.
the whole George Floyd protest, because it was during a pandemic, everybody was wearing masks. And that's the reason why there wasn't huge uptake of cases and shit like that. But over there, they weren't wearing no mask. Oh, no. They thought, no. So they weren't wearing no mask. So when they walked in the Capitol building, because it's government controlled, they have technology where they can just monitor who comes in and comes out.
Facial recognition.
Not only that, they can ping your cell phones. So
Cellular data.
Contact tracing.
Security cameras.
All that shit.
All that.
You're fucked.
So they said they have over 160 cases. What did Denzel say on Training Day? I put 160 cases on y'all bitch asses. And they said, yeah, we're coming for you. And they already arrested the old boy that was in Nancy Pelosi's office. They arrested his ass.
Oh yeah, he was the first.
They were the first one.
Yeah.
Other ones, they started turning themselves in because they realized, like, oh shit, they really gonna come for me. Like, can you imagine this? Because they're fearing for their life. They're going home and they look on the news and they see their face on the news, like, oh shit, FBI looking for me, and they gotta wait for that. Oh shit. And
My thing is what happens if they tied that police officer's murder and they use it like a RICO case?
Go after everybody.
Like you're responsible for I guess you're responsible for everybody's death, but in the police officer in particular, because it's a government official.
Gang.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like that's
And now they actually did
I
investigating.
don't know if government official is the proper term, but you know what I mean.
It's a government employee overall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is this, bro. Like I don't know if they will, because at the end of the day, they're still aligned with Hoas. You know what I mean?
Of course, but I want to see how if it does. You know, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I just want to see if they go that route.
Oh, okay.
Because you know what I mean? Like when you incite something that big, it's no different when they use the RICO laws to go after the whole organization.
No, you've seen Dark Knight. You saw what Harvey Dent did.
My God, you're over here talking about that shit, man. We talking about real shit.
No. I'm just saying he had that whole
Like
RICO
paid in
case.
full.
You know what I mean. Stupid. Yeah, man. So I'm trying to think what else happened. Like the officers getting killed and they're recognizing it. They're arresting everybody. They're all getting scared and shit like that. And they're going like, oh, if he goes to jail, like my son's not gonna eat well. And oh my God, it's just white folks getting shocked that they have to deal with consequences for their actions.
You know, their problem, bro, like their biggest problem, in my opinion, is they believe in the First Amendment. And yes, don't get me wrong, we have all these freedoms. You know what I mean? Freedom to speech, freedom to assembly, freedom to all that, protest, right? The thing about it is there's still consequences.
Yeah, that's
no matter what.
I shouldn't say it's confusing. It's on brand when for the entire duration of this country, white people in general have never had to face the repercussions of their doings.
Right.
So it's on brand why they would be shocked when you think about it.
Yeah,
but you are correct. To see it in real time, like they're surprised. Yeah, it's kind of one of those ones where it's like, you didn't think this shit was going to come back to you?
We've been through this before, you know what I mean?
What we saw last week was the white version of the To Pimp a Butterfly cover. That's what we saw. Except it was on Capitol Hill.
I wouldn't even call it the white version. I would just call it the racist version.
Well, that too.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
the
real talk.
Racist version of the Pimp a Butterfly cover. Except on the floor, instead of a judge, it's a fucking cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And instead of the White House, it's Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's pretty spot on, actually.
That's what it is. I deserve a ding for that.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta let these shits come natural. You can't dictate the board, bruh.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty Trump-like. I can't do that.
Fuck out of here.
I can't do that.
I'm here to have a conversation with you. I'm not here to be the board
Trump
guy.
was a bootleg dictator,
Yeah,
okay?
he couldn't do everything. Yeah,
JC really got the shit in front of him. I mean, what you want me to do?
I don't know. I can't just get up and just press it myself. But yeah, man. So Trump is like pretty much he got what? How many more days? 7 days until Biden gets in.
7 days.
7 days. Like
7 days.
Yeah, another week. and they already got all the fucking National Guard out there because these motherfuckers are saying, "Oh, we're gonna start uprising in all 50 states."
Yeah, no, that's what I've been hearing too. Is like there were supposed to be insurrections at every state,
Every Capitol building, in the country.
Right.
They're gonna try it, but I think they're kind of scared now. Now they all getting caught. So
they still gonna try it.
They're gonna try it.
I feel that something might go down. I'm not.
May
too
not
sure.
be to that extent,
Yeah.
but some people are still gonna try it.
Yeah. So Biden about to get inaugurated next week, and I don't know what's gonna happen to Trump. Like, I think him getting impeached is the least of his fucking worries right now. The bank's already backed out. When he gets out, he's gonna be in like $200 million in debt. I just don't understand these fucking Republicans that still want to back this man. It's like, it's wild to me. It's like, pretty much they're going out the way to still back this man. And I'm like, dude, the Republicans, they're literally gang for life. Like, they will literally not go against their own no matter what.
For life.
For life. Like, it is gang for life. They will back you. They will stay on code for life. No matter what you did, no matter how much of an asshole you are, they're going to back you. Pretty much when it came down to the votes, they showed how many Republicans voted for Trump to be impeached, and only 10 of them voted out of like fucking 300. So that other 200 and something are going to look at them like, oh, you went against us. They're going to look at them sideways. Like, you went against us. Like, we should be united. Fuck out of here.
But that just reaffirms why people call them Demo Crips and Rebloodicans.
Rebloodicans, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what's the difference? They still have the gang mentality where it's us against the world.
Right.
So what's the difference? You know what I mean? And somebody will say, oh, well, they don't go out and murder people. That's not true. That's actually furthest from the truth than you could imagine.
Even with someone like Trump, like, I was like, what does this nigga have on y'all to still have his back like this? Like, really? Like, you guys...
Well, that's the thing. It don't... To me, it's got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
It just goes back to the fact where it's the party.
Yeah.
They've lost track of doing right. And I don't want to say they've lost track of doing right by the people. It was never about doing right by the people. It was always about keeping power with the 1%. But the perception that they were for the people is completely gone. Mm-hmm. And that's from both sides. Because the whole point of what happened at Capitol Hill was because MAGA felt like they weren't being done right by.
Yeah, they thought they stole the election. They thought the election. They pretty much did what they thought that we were gonna do if Trump won the election. That's what they thought that we were gonna do.
That's what it boils down to. I mean, the whole party is, again, that campaign was based on. For people that want to talk about progression, that whole campaign was run on going backwards.
Literally, make
America
America
great
great
about
again.
it.
And the thing about
make America great again. Take America back. Like,
but the funny thing is, he got that from Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan said that shit. Okay. So that's not even his shit.
But that's exactly what JC's saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was about regression. It wasn't about progression. You know what I mean?
And it's like, what's the point? Because I thought as human beings, the whole point is to evolve.
Yeah.
Not to go backwards.
And the whole reason why...
And nobody can still tell me what era of Make America Great Again they're talking about. It's been 5 fucking years.
I mean...
And nobody can tell me what era.
I'll say this, though. What part are you trying to bring back?
Like, if you can't explain to me your
white
stance...
supremacy.
If you can't explain to me the stance, it's likely some bullshit.
White supremacy, that's what he wanted to bring back. He thought he was a dictator, but like I told you, our forefathers in the Constitution stopped that shit. Because if we didn't have the whole separation of power shit, we've been fucked right now. So, but he's fucked in the ass hard. All I'm going to say this is Obama won. Again, Obama won. The whole reason why Trump ran for president is because Obama punked his ass and at that little White House press conference. He's like, oh, I'll show him. And yeah, you showed him all right. I'm going to run down how historical Mr. Whole ass nigga in office is. He is the first president to get not winning in a re-election, the first Republican to not win in re-election in 27 years. He is the first president to not win the popular vote twice, and he's the first president ever to get impeached twice in your first term. Not even you had one more week, and you can't even be cool. You caused an insurrection, and then 1 week later you got impeached again, which means he can never run again, ever
for anything,
any public office. He can never run again. And what makes it even crazier is even when he's out of office, Congress is still gonna have a trial for him and still convict him for what he pulled.
It's treason then.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So, congratulations, you jackass. You are the historical loser. Hello, is there?
I guess they could wrap up them 2024. What was it? It's the shit you put on the car. Bumper stickers.
The crazy thing is,
the crazy
thing is, I don't even think Trump was gonna run in 2024.
Oh, that's not what I'm saying though. The fact that he even said it, people had already. I guarantee they had already started creating the shit, the merchandise for it.
Yeah, but still, it's just crazy to me. I didn't think he was gonna even try to run in 2024, and now it's just like, I don't know what's gonna happen. And the thing is, when he's out of office, it's gonna be Trump watch because people are gonna wonder if this nigga's gonna go to jail or not. He's gonna be on track. He wants them thinking he's trying to pardon himself, but they're trying to explain to him even if you try to pardon yourself, that doesn't stop you from state. So New York they're waiting for him. Like, nigga, we gonna sue your ass.
Oh, yep.
Like, we have everything we've been waiting, baby. Oh, man. That's why he didn't die from COVID.
It's not over. Even after next week.
Yeah.
Again, but I mean, that just goes to what I was saying. Just because he's not going to be president anymore, it's not over. He's going to be around for
the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that a lot of people are... I mean, I guess you could celebrate. That's cool.
He's just not in power no more.
Yeah, he's not going to be in power. That's fine. But he's already made the moves. Mm-hmm. MAGA is forever now. You know what I'm saying? Like, people aren't giving that up.
They call it Trumpism. That's what they call this shit.
Yeah.
That's going to be in history books.
They deified him.
That's why
they deified that man.
They look at him like it's like a cult. It's not Republicans. It's not Democrats. It's literally a cult that he made. Over 70 million people voted for this man. How I keep knowing it's 70 million? Because he keeps saying it.
Yeah.
Shit. Like, man. Still funny, though. It was the chickens coming home to roost. Fuck y'all get.
Yeah, again, it was the whole foundation of the campaign.
Was on hate.
It was built on hate, and the way that it ended was them hating on themselves. The hate got turned on them because, the one person that ain't on that no-fly list is Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah. He can fly. Shit. It's just like, all this shit, like, everything he did, the opposite happened. He told you, oh, I'm doing a great job. No, you're not. Oh, lies. I won the election. No, you didn't.
Lies.
Not even lies. Everything he said he was going to do, the opposite happened. And he still doesn't understand that concept of what goes around, comes around. I knew the universe had something special for him. People try to compare Kanye to Trump. Like, oh, Kanye and Trump, they're one and the same. I'm like, oh, they kind of are. But Kanye knows when to shut the fuck up and get off Twitter.
Kanye didn't have no power, so...
That too.
Yeah.
I mean, they cut from the same cloth in terms of mentally.
Yeah.
But...
Kanye knows when to shut the fuck up.
I won't even say that. He had no choice. He didn't have no power.
That too.
Kanye as a president would never shut the fuck up. Like, let's be clear about that.
Yeah, I can't see him ever shutting up.
Dude, 6ix9ine shut the fuck up when he flopped.
But that's the thing. These people weren't in positions of power. That's what I'm trying to say.
Narcissism is a motherfucker.
Yeah, they're narcissists, but when you give narcissists
power,
the ultimate narcissist power, that's why those two were quote unquote knew when to shut the fuck up. They had no choice.
Yeah.
Like once everything they were throwing at the dartboard wasn't working, it's like, all right, well back to the drawing board. Nah, with Trump, it was like, oh, it's not working. Okay, let's get another one off. Oh, that one doesn't work. Let's just get them. And eventually you started seeing them retweets and them likes kept going up over the years. So he, again, people kept trying to tell me he's stupid.
He is dumb.
Well, he wasn't stupid,
but he's not smart. But I'll give you this. He's a smart, dumb nigga. That's how I'm gonna call him.
I know exactly what you're saying, but it just sounds funny.
Yeah, no, he is smart. He is smart for how he handled it, but at the same time, he is still a dumbass.
Yeah.
He's a good salesman. I can give you that.
He's a manipulator.
Yeah, that's what
you can't be stupid. You can't.
Yeah.
Manipulation and stupid don't coexist.
Right.
That's the best way to put it.
It's just narcissism. Like when you see, like you gotta pull a study on how narcissistic this motherfucker is, man. He still will never take. He will never take accountability for everything he did.
But you know what? I will say this because I was listening to Way Down in the Hole, the Wire podcast with Jamel Hill and Van Lathan.
Mm-hmm.
Van Lathan brought up a point. He wasn't even talking about Trump.
Mm-hmm.
But he brought up a great point. I had never thought of it in this way, but it's actually true. And when he was talking about season 3, when they start getting into politics.
Yeah.
And how he would talk about Obama was great. And his friend had said, "You don't think Obama's a narcissist?" And he's like, "The fuck? Of course not. No, never." And he goes, "Think about what I'm asking you though. Do you know how the fact that you think that you're the one person that can rally everybody around them to run a country, you don't think that takes just a little bit of narcissism to think that?"
That's to take a special.
And I was like, I never thought of it in that way. That's actually, it's not to say anything negative about him. It's just for somebody, in order to be president, you have to have a kind of a level of narcissism to become the president, because you have to think that out of everybody in the country, you're the one person that has what it takes for everybody's best interest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that does take a level of narcissism.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it to say that, oh, no, Obama says that. What I'm saying is,
I know what you mean.
in order to become a president,
you got to be a special motherfucker to get that job.
Exactly.
I can't do that shit. That's wild.
Right.
That's a wild thing to do, man. It's crazy, because I remember back in, like, middle school, there was this book that came out called The Kid That Ran for President. And then in the end, he won. And he only lasted for, like, 1 year. But the whole point is they actually elected a child to run the country, and everybody was all shocked that it happened. But then I thought about it. I'm thinking about it right now. If that would happen right now, the kid probably would win, because he's new, he's fresh, and let's see what he can do.
Yeah.
Look what happened to Trump.
Yeah.
Look what Ronald Reagan went for president.
I mean, Harambe got 30,000 votes. You know what I'm saying?
Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California, dog. Like,
well, see, wait, hold on. You mentioned Ronald Reagan. I just want to touch on that one real quick. He actually was in politics, though. You know what
he was an actor that went into politics.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
So
he
I'll
had
give
history.
him that part. You know what I'm saying?
And while Schwarzenegger is different, he's still kind of on that same boat too, because he married into politics.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like they just pulled him straight out of Expendables 3. They just pulled him out there and then put him in the fucking office. Like,
get to the Capitol.
Yeah. Get to the Capitol now.
Get down.
Get to the Capitol. Get to the
Get to the chapel so we can get to the Capitol. So we can get to fuck that nigga. Fuck Trump. 7 more.
Now that's a scene I would have wanted to see. Schwarzenegger as president. God. Leading them to the get to the Capitol.
Just imagine Schwarzenegger defending the Capitol as president on some Air Force One shit. Get out! Put that cookie down now. All right, everyone, chill. Chill. No, get the gunshots. Get down. Get down. Chill. And I've been waiting, baby. Oh.
Your votes have been iced.
Unless the city bows to my commands.
My stomach hurts.
How we get there?
Get to the Capitol.
Get to the Capitol. Get to the Capitol. You impeach me. You're dead. It'll be the whole episode talking like Arnold.
Yeah.
Oh man, Arnold Schwarzenegger, man. What's your favorite Arnold movie? Besides Terminator.
Batman and Robin.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Batman and Robin.
I like True Lies.
That is a good one.
True Lies.
Jingle All the Way was good too. Him
Jingle All the Way
and Sinbad were a great combo.
Jingle All the Way was fire, man.
Yeah.
Every Christmas is like I watch that like because that's
how
how it is.
Get that motherfucker, man. Get them horns for Jingle All the Way.
Oh yeah, pray for Sinbad, man, because he had a stroke and shit. But that movie's hilarious. Put that cookie down. Now you got the Turbo Man.
What was the one where he was a substitute teacher?
Oh, Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yep. Shut up! No, it's not a tumor. That might sound like Arnold. It's kind of scaring me now. I love Arnold, man. He'll keep doing them Terminator movies no matter what.
Yeah, he ain't gonna stop.
Till the death.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you know
and
how
even after death, they gonna CGI that motherfucker.
Dude, after the 10th reboot of the Part 3.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's the only movie.
Yeah.
That's the only franchise that has to reboot the third part because they.
There's another one I could.
They're gonna be like Batman and the Batman. Oh, that's on Earth 2.
That's on Earth 2. So what other movies like
Spider-Man?
Oh, no. I'm talking.
Third one just needed a reboot.
That's not a reboot. No, I'm saying
the third one needed a reboot.
Oh,
yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see how this third one goes.
They kind of did it with Fast and Furious, if you think about it.
Nah, kind of, but it's
kind of like think about it. But they went the route of Tokyo Drift, and then it was like, nah, call everybody back, get everybody back in the movie.
Yeah, number 3 over.
Yeah, and then they just said, what are we gonna do? Fast and Furious.
But what about these?
No,
Fast and Furious. then
we kind of just forgot about it until 7.
And then they realized, oh yeah, we gotta tie this shit around. Oh yeah, so all the other movies still the prequels, even though there was an iPhone in them movies.
Yeah.
But I was like, what? But yeah. Oh man, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then the fucking Rock took over as the fucking biggest action star ever. That's still wild to me, man.
Not to me.
No, as a wrestling fan, for me, it's wild.
At the point when Rock was coming up, I was a huge wrestling fan.
Oh, okay. But
so it's like it made sense to me.
It always makes sense when somebody's got charisma that's bigger than the company.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Rock was just bigger than the company.
He was
like you saw it. You saw it as when he was coming up.
Yeah.
He was he got put into Nation of Domination just kind of off a fluke.
Oh,
And in a matter of like months, he was the Nation of Domination.
You know what I'm saying? And then in a year, he became that nigga.
Yeah.
And he became like a superstar, but he was still in wrestling. Like, you could tell he was just bigger than life.
I mean, even in Return of the Mummy, he's only in for like 10
Mummy
minutes
Returns,
total.
you mean?
Mummy Returns.
Yeah,
he was only in there for like 10 minutes.
Like the beginning, and then he was the villain.
You knew then it was like, nah, he could do this. And then as soon as you said it, Scorpion King pops up.
Yep.
And after that, that's when, and they made all that money.
That's when he blew up.
And then I was like, I didn't think he was gonna last. I was like, let's see how long this goes. I don't think he's gonna be like that big of a movie star. And then he kept going, like, And then when he came back to wrestling, and then he went back into Hollywood, that's when he became who he is now, like the highest earned. Dude, last year he was the highest earned actor in 2020, and no movies came out.
Yeah.
All he does is work, bro.
But nothing came out rock related.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That's what we call.
You know the tagline.
That is what we call residuals.
Right? Oh man, shit.
Speaking of him, Netflix used him to do their rollout.
Oh yeah, so first HBO Max, and then they were like, and then Disney was like, oh, that's cute, and then Disney Plus threw their nuts out. So then Netflix was like,
we gotta do something.
Like shit.
Movies.
Go get the Rock.
Go get the Rock.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
Get to the
button now.
Hit the button now. Get to Netflix and the chopper so we can get to the Capitol.
Oh my god. Stop.
Just stop. Got me going. Yeah, so they said they're gonna show new movies like every week. Like brand new movies.
Every single week,
Rock
a new movie.
Rock filmed like a big action movie last year. Oh, that's what he did. He filmed like a big action movie last year.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing.
Well, that explains why he was the highest grossing. He's still working.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he caught the shit and beat the shit.
Of course he did.
They basically got an all-black cast that's going to be cowboys.
Yeah,
I like
Regina
that one.
King's in that one.
Considering that history tells us that at least 25% of the fucking population during the 1800s of cowboys was black people.
And that's why Django Unchained was so fucking dope. And I don't know why niggas were mad at Quentin Tarantino for being factual.
Yeah.
That's another fucking story.
Well, they were mad about other things.
Other stuff.
Yeah.
The hard ER. But, what else? Yeah, Netflix just has a whole bunch of movies. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, they're scrapping and pulling. They're fighting.
I mean, they're fighting for their lives.
I'll give them a point for that. You know what I'm saying? That's a free throw.
I will say they did pull like a few like high profile actors and shit. You know what I mean?
Netflix
Ryan
been
Reynolds,
doing that. Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy, freaking. You know what I mean? They showed a few of them.
Yeah.
I was just surprised by that.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix on Netflix. So I don't know, Amazon Prime show something.
Oh, you know they're next. Come on, bro.
Well, they already,
there's a pecking order. I don't know if you realize it.
So Hulu's next. And then it's Amazon
Hulu
Prime.
is kind of just FX and fucking other shit. You know what I mean?
That's their
TV shows. Yeah,
that's the saving grace, and they're connected to Disney. So
no, yeah, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
So
yeah,
they alright. Yeah, Amazon Prime show something.
I'm just waiting on Tyler Perry to do something that redeems him. Come out with BET Plus, and they partner with TikTok, and they bring something like the Busted Challenge to the big screen.
Oh, round of applause for the Busted Challenge. Ladies, thank you. I sincerely thank you.
You know, I said
for everything.
I said probably half an hour ago. I said that white tears. Let me explain that. White MAGA tears. Because it's not just white people. You always got to explain that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'll say this. Look, if Tammy Loren is not your cup of tea, then you're the type of white person I'm not talking about.
Yes.
Just relax, chill.
Yes.
Yeah,
Chill.
On the flip side,
definitely.
if you're the type of black person
Prawns.
where Candace Owens is your hero, I'm not praising you.
No,
this is not in your favor either. So again, it goes both ways. You got to make it clear.
Yep.
But I said that was my second favorite form of entertainment this weekend. I gotta pull one of these videos up, not just so I can.
You gotta
see
put it on
but,
the big screen. You gotta put the
so
compilation up on YouTube,
nah,
bro.
because the way the speakers work.
No. You don't have to. You don't have to put the speakers.
No,
on.
you gotta
just-
understand that takes work, bro. You don't understand the system. Like,
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Go,
Still,
relax. Let me take control of this.
I just need to watch it. I need to watch a compilation. That's all, for my own sake.
I need to see it.
I need to see it.
I need it. I need it.
I need it.
Scratching your neck. I need it.
I need the bust it challenge.
Oh God.
God, that sounded
Nah,
bad.
that sounds horrible.
Make my butt get big. We need the visuals. I have a vision in my head.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy is I could like envision
Visualize.
not even like all of them, but just the
One
one that I like.
no,
one that
no,
everyone,
man. Really,
all guys have
really,
one
really
that they
like.
like.
Yeah.
All guys have one. that they
One
really
shit, I got a whole roster that I like.
Oh no, I'm sure you do. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yes,
Same, but
every single
but,
one
you know,
of them I've seen.
Like I don't know, dog. To you, maybe to you it might be slightly different. To me, one pops up into my mind. You know what I mean?
I see a rotation. It's a montage for me, man.
that's what I'm
for sure,
saying.
for
You
sure.
know, on
Yeah,
YouTube
it's-
they have a compilation up.
Yeah, it's a montage for me.
Because then you see how it starts, how the busted challenge starts. I gotta paint the picture. Is that the whole concept is you see a woman, just a woman, and she's all like she's looking rough. You know, she just woke up. She has her sweats and shit. I'm just gonna
No,
build the picture.
they would categorize it as rough. You know what I mean?
They just woke
Like
up.
To me, it's like regular.
regular. They
To
look
me, you're
regular.
just in your
regular
natural
daily.
habitat.
In your natural
And I
habitat.
love a woman in her natural
Yes,
habitat.
yes, yes.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
But their hair's
Either
up,
way,
no makeup,
cool.
no
You know what I'm
nothing,
saying?
right?
Yeah.
And I hear my butt getting big, and it fades out, and then they drop it,
And all of a sudden they get a little razzle dazzle.
and it's just
There needs to be something like we're gonna have a real nice breakdown of this.
First it was WAP. I was like, yes, but the busted challenge.
No, were you skipping one?
What?
Then it was body.
Then it was body, yes.
It just so
This
happened
is
we were
true.
going into the holiday break, so it wasn't as
yeah.
predominant. But no, we're not gonna leave out body.
Trump.
I don't care how
robbed
many
us.
people feel about that album. There's songs on that album.
songs.
Matter of fact, like that, can we just give a round of applause just for Meg Thee Stallion in general? I don't care what's on that album. Meg brings the whore
The
out of the women.
she not
they-
the whore. The whore
Yeah, but she brings it out. And they don't. What's crazy is, you know how with certain things, like, you have to think about it and dive into it. Women don't think about it when it comes to Meg. They hear it and it just
happens.
Niggas.
Busby, will you stop saying one fucking word at a time, please?
No. Okay. Megan brings the out of and it's like COVID robbed us of them being in a bar or a club.
Yeah, but it probably saved a lot of us.
I know.
Financially, it probably saved a lot of us.
Yes.
WAP, body, and the
Bust it.
Bust It challenge.
Shout out to Erica Banks.
Just a few
Erica
months.
Banks. I thank you. Just thank you. 1501. I just learned that she's Meg Thee Stallion's label mate.
Yep.
1501.
And she was
Thank you.
performing this song like
Yep.
months ago, and no one knew who she was. And then they did the challenge, and then it went
Everybody know now.
Yeah.
on TikTok.
Everybody know now.
Females make
Shit is blowing up on fucking TikTok,
no.
bro.
Trump tried to take away TikTok.
That's why I saw Busby. Could you imagine
If
had he succeeded?
Oof.
we would have been robbed, man.
Yeah.
We'd have been robbed.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be talking about this right now.
It would have went to Instagram.
We wouldn't
I
have
was
even
about to
known
say,
about this right
it
now.
might have been on
Instagram.
Reels. You know what I mean? The
Or
the
Instagram.
Instagram
But
Reels.
we wouldn't have.
I'm saying
it might not have been
that
this
new
because
feature.
versus you know what I'm saying. Just
But just it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
And now he's
Yeah,
banned
it
from
just-
TikTok. Oh yeah, Trump's banned on TikTok too. That's
hey, he banned from the internet.
He's banned from
Yeah.
everything, bro.
his
Don't
phone is
even
a
matter.
brick.
Yeah.
He can,
I mean, he could make calls and shit. I'm sure.
he can make press conferences, but he has to answer questions, and he don't want to do that. But we talk about that.
Tell him put brick on that shit.
No. But we talking about the bullshit challenge. Them bitches, them women are just grinding.
You
to
gonna say it.
air.
You gotta add. There's an important word you gotta add before it. You
What?
can't just call them bitches. You gotta be bad because that
bad.
lets them know that that's empowerment.
Yeah, okay,
That's empowerment
That's
right
true. I'm
there.
thinking of Queen Latifah. Them bad bitches. Anyway, them bad bitches are just dry humping the air. I want to be air just to just smell it. I'm sorry, people. I'm gonna be a perv for a minute. Bust it.
Boo this man.
Bust it. You can, yes, boo me. I don't care. Alright? Yeah, indeed. I'm nasty. But and it makes me miss the club. Every time I see it, it makes me miss it more and more. I'm telling you, I want that vaccine, man.
I just want to know what the average was of time
the
it took.
vaccine and the boost.
Yeah,
Now.
I just want to know what the average was of the time between each challenge on my phone. Because like when I first saw it, it was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, wow, good content. Yeah. And then when I started realizing what was going on, it wasn't necessarily that I was searching for it, but it was kind of like I was hitting refresh just so that way something could pop up.
Yep.
And it wouldn't stop. It wouldn't stop. And at that point, it was like, yo, just more. Just give me more.
More.
I want more.
Like, sound like Kylo. More!
Yeah.
When shooting that loop. More!
No, I sound like Kobe.
Oh, yeah.
Kobe's sister, more.
More.
Yeah.
More.
But I'm the best. No. But is you a different animal and the same beast?
That's exactly what the busted challenge is.
Yeah. Different
animal, same beast. I've seen all types of asses, all types of titties. Just bust it.
This is just it's wonderful for
Now men,
just black women in general. Like, and this is what I was trying to break down and get to the point of, which was you can always rely on the black woman to reset the balance when it's needed most.
Yes.
Think about that for a second. Mm-hmm. Black Lives Matter, how it started. We was all, feeling hopeless. Black women put that together.
Yep.
And said, we're going to go out there and we're going to proclaim it, and that's ours.
Yep.
That's not even the tip of the iceberg. You know what I mean? But that's it. When something of magnitude, they do it not even thinking about it. Like, it's not like we were seeing people going crazy. And it's like, oh, no, let's respond. Do the busted challenge. No. That's the beauty of the black woman.
Yes.
It's never planned. The innovation's never planned. Mm-mm. It's just doing it freely. But I will say this. White people, you don't have to say that what they're doing is revolutionary. No, I saw a black woman say it best. Look, it ain't revolutionary. Sometimes black women just got to shake their ass just to get their mind right.
Yep. Yes.
Not everything the black woman does is a revolution.
Right.
And nor should it be taken as a revolution.
I will say there were some white chicks, some bad white bitches that did the busted challenge right. And Dr. Umar, I know what you said.
Yeah, he just gonna have to understand.
You're gonna just have to understand.
He just gonna have to understand.
One in
I like
particular.
his participation in all of that.
Yeah.
That was... See, that's what I'm saying. When you do something that's of quality, that is not made to try to be something that it isn't. Mm-hmm. You start reaching levels where it's like, okay, that shit's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be a whole different
sure.
story if this started as
Like
what they thought it was going to be. Oh, this is revolutionary. No, it's not revolutionary. Black women are beautiful. And this is them showcasing one of the many ways that they are beautiful.
Now, Beyonce, she needs to do it. Rihanna needs to do it. Nicki needs to do it. Megan needs to do it. Cardi needs to do it. Who else needs to do this? Busted challenge.
I'll be honest with you. I'm good with
we'll
seeing
be here
like
all night.
I'm good with seeing like Plain Jane from down the street.
I know,
type
but
shit,
I
you know what
want.
I mean? Like,
I'm talking about what
I'm
I
good with
want.
that.
I'm talking about what I want.
That's cool. But those are like, I don't know, man. To me, I'll be
Man,
honest with you.
Beyonce's whole performance is a busted challenge.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly. It's like she does that shit on a fucking regular, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And not only that,
This is
but
for
like,
the women of the world.
my thing is
The world,
this,
Craig.
man. Yes, it's for the women of the world. Why? Because the women of the world aren't like put on a pedestal like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about it personally.
Busted.
But
Issues. Fuck you.
That's all I know.
But
Two chats.
with every, great situation,
Oh, they got
somebody
imposters.
always gotta fuck it up, man.
got-
Okay,
imposters.
PSA for you niggas. When we talk about the busted challenge, it's only for bad bitches only, not niggas. You niggas come out looking all regular, and then when the busted shit drops, you in suits. Nobody. What makes you think?
Somebody did this.
What makes you think that we
Yeah.
want to see busted means seeing you in suits? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And then my worst, listen, all right, man. There was this white girl. She was looking good in the beginning. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not really particular to white girls. You can hate me if you want. I don't care. She was looking real good. You know what I mean? It had promise. And then she dressed like a cop.
Yeah, that was the. It's gonna say boo this man, but boo this woman.
Yes.
Boo this woman, boo this bitch.
Yeah. I will say also this too. Salute to all of our brown complex women too. This is the black, brown. If you down for the cause,
Oh, yeah,
this is
definitely.
appreciation.
I seen an Indian
this is
chick do it
appreciation
too.
for you.
Indian chick did it good too.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
and to the white women that are down for the cause too. I am
non-discriminatory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you are
overall,
if you are non-problematic,
yeah,
you are. This is praise for you.
Oh, definitely.
You've made my days
Definitely.
better.
Yes. Make men better.
Yeah,
And it's
you make me want to be better. All right?
Melly is getting paid off this shit.
We just need the remix. We just need the remix at this point.
I think my butt can be. And it just fades out.
Just get Nelly on the remix.
Yep.
That's gonna be the video is just
Nelly on the remix is what's gonna open the world back up.
yeah. That's a prediction.
Yeah.
That's a ding.
Yeah. Like it's gonna open the world back up. I have faith in that.
That's a ding. That's an air horn. That's a
I
round of
want my
applause.
I want my vaccine, and I want y'all to get y'all vaccine because I want the bars to be open, and I want to hear the holy trinity of booty anthems: WAP, body, and then bust it, all at the same time.
At this point, we're just gonna have to host a 14 or less house party.
14 or less, and show your fucking vaccine cards.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all nurses. Yeah, I want to see the nurse remix of that.
Yes.
Because there are some badass
Scrubs,
nurses.
man. Them scrubs when they feel. Oh my goodness. Oh man. We could be here all night talking about that.
Yes.
damn.
Yes, we can. That is for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Salute. There was something. Again, it just appropriation is. It runs rampant. I forget Homeboy's name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Where the money reside. Salute that black man. Okay. I like what he brings to the culture. He's a car. I don't know if you've seen it, Martine.
Nah.
He's a car salesman at a dealership, and he has taken the salt shaker beat, and he's
I did see it.
where the money reside. Where I'm bad. I'm forgetting his name because I do want to give him his props. That's good entertainment too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was a white dealer
That literally stole it.
that literally stole the shit. And it was the most unseasoned version you could. It went exactly the
my
way
God.
that you could think of.
Yeah. I
Cultural
already know.
appropriation. Y'all gotta know when it's not your turn.
yeah.
Like that's what it's.
Boo
Again,
this man.
it shouldn't be confusing. It should not be confusing as to why they problematic. White people think this way. I always want to make that clear. Problematic. But at the same time, it's like when you really think about it, it's like it's not shocking.
No.
Yeah.
You were never called out on it.
Never.
Right.
But in 2021, not on my watch.
Here we are, motherfuckers.
If you don't like that, we'll get you to the Capitol.
You're gonna appreciate this culture. Just sit back and let the culture operate. You don't have to do anything. Let it maneuver. It runs smoothly when you just let it be.
Pretty much. Anyway.
But once again, to all the women of
Bust it.
all shapes and sizes.
Yes.
And I genuinely mean that.
Yeah.
There's,
No, definitely.
Oh, shit.
there's some ones that that
100%.
proclaim the little booty. Look, y'all was doing your thing too.
Yup.
Okay, like
Shout out to y'all knees.
yes, yes.
Damn, y'all got some strong knees.
Somebody on Twitter on there and said, "Damn, what Grant Hill and Derrick Rose would have killed to have them knees."
Oh.
One chick did it. One chick did it, and she started out right, and then when it was busted, she was just sitting on the floor and pointing at her knees like, "I look good," and she's pointing at her knees like, "No, I ain't doing that shit."
There was a bunch of them that it started, and then they were having. You could tell they were having fun with it.
Yeah.
They was going, and then they just went as far as their knees could take them.
Some of these
Yeah.
chicks be fucking it up.
Yeah.
Like, what's her name? Chick from Love and Hip Hop. What's her name? Fuck. What's the crazy one? A lot of crazy ones.
Oh, you got it twisted, bro.
Which
got it
one are you
twisted.
talking about?
Jocelyn.
That's what I'm
Is,
talking about. She did it wrong.
okay.
no.
Oh, wow, for
Whatever Jocelyn does, she did it right.
Okay.
She's the anomaly. Jocelyn is the anomaly. She can do whatever she want.
Okay.
Don't matter.
I'm being genuine with that.
I
Jocelyn is one of the few where you could. I'm not comparing her to Rihanna, but I'm saying you get put in that class where it's, if you do it the way you do it,
yeah,
it still looks good to me. I ain't tripping. Still grown ass men for some reason got an issue with this busted challenge the same way that an issue with WAP.
Looks like you can tell who got pussy and who don't.
Like, bruh, what's wrong with you?
They don't get pussy. That's what it comes down to.
I don't get it. No, it's not even that.
I was gonna say, man, I don't even know if it's that.
It's not even that. It's men that want to control women's body.
Yeah.
And that they have a perception of women that it's just
like,
fam.
oh, this is unladylike type shit. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's
I have a daughter. Like, fam,
Nigga, how did you get your daughter? From busting it in them.
We all grew up on Foxy Brown, Lil' Kim. Like, to my knowledge, everybody turned out all right.
Yeah,
pretty much.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
And if you resorting to expecting Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion and Erica Banks to raise your daughter, that's a problem that you have to look in the mirror and answer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes. Exactly.
They make adult content. Why are you expecting a person that makes adult content?
They just be projecting.
Again, yeah. This is men project too.
I know. I'm saying men. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, yeah.
Men project too.
They project their own insecurities and shit.
Exactly. I never thought we would be in years where people would see challenges like that and be like, oh, no, I can't have that around. Fam.
Bro, not even that, but like, I know this is like an old news type shit, but like, even with the music, you know what I mean? Like, for example, with WAP, like, let's just go with that one in particular, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you don't know how many times I still see on timelines that, oh, this is not for kids, and this, like, no fucking shit.
Cardi had that shit playing in the background of her live, and then her kid came in and she turned it off. Like, oh, nope.
What does that tell you?
She's being responsible.
Be a fucking parent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit.
And she was all rapping to it, too, and then her daughter's like, oh, nope. Mm-mm.
They just confuse me, man. I don't understand it, and I'm glad I don't want to try to understand it.
Yeah, same here.
Me neither. It's kind of crazy. Cardi dropped her... she only dropped one single last year. It was one of her biggest records. Again. Ironic.
That's not ironic.
I know. I just wanted to say it. I just wanted to say it.
She's got that Midas touch.
Yeah. That Midas touch. Anyway, what albums are you anticipating this year?
Oh, it don't matter, because there's one album that we need to discuss at... If there was ever an R&B album that went along with this busted challenge, Jazmine Sullivan, Heaux Tales. Tales from the Heaux.
Whore.
This is one of those ones where I respect what she said in terms of, this is not an album, this is an EP. And when you go back and look at it, it's 14 tracks, but half of the project is interludes that lead into the songs. So it is 7 songs, I should say. Mm-hmm. I respect that she made it that way, because it gives more insight. It gives more life, because it gives more life to these songs. Okay. Because I had already heard 2 or 3 of them. But in hearing them with the interlude that goes into it, it's like, oh no, this got different life now. Mm-hmm. And that was already saying a lot, because it's Jazmine Sullivan's just different. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I feel like, as much as I've always liked her, I've kind of waited for that one project where she just goes over the top and she just exemplifies, I've been doing this. And you guys are late, but I'm glad you're here nonetheless. Get on board and let's rock. Because that's what Heaux Tales was. Heaux Tales was vulnerability.
Yup.
It was sexuality.
Yup.
Honesty.
Yup.
Sprinkled in with a little shame at times. Mm-hmm. But it was, I felt like I got the experience of what the modern woman is in 2020, 2021. The 18 to 30 something woman. Yeah. You know what I mean? The woman that people when they see themselves in shows like Insecure.
The Issa and Molly's of the world.
Yeah, exactly. I that's exactly what I got from listening to that project. And that shit starts off with a bang. Legitimately, it starts off with a bang. I'm waiting for the track list to load up
same
now.
here. We all are.
Up slow.
You're fucking out your Wi-Fi, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on with this Wi-Fi, bro.
But you know what? It's not even the Wi-Fi. It's Apple Music. Apple Music does this shit to me every time I try to
re-upload and shit.
It's not even re-upload, but when I try to refresh.
You know what you need to do? You need to go to Tidal.
No. That's my protest.
Well, here he goes. It just popped up.
My protest to give me my damn cover.
Oh, wow.
You should go to Tidal. It just popped up. The first track, what? Bodies? The intro of Bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fire. Pick Up Your Feelings that was dope too.
Yeah, that was one of the songs I had heard as a single when it came out.
Something I heard was fucking, what was it called? I'm looking for it. Lost One. That was the shit. That was the single sheet. That was the one I was stuck on. Yeah. Fucking Ari's Tell. Like what's it called? The one with Ari Lennox on it.
Well, you skipping one.
Oh, which one?
You went and skipped up the
pick,
important one that goes into that.
Pick Up Your Feelings.
No,
or Put It Down. Yes.
God bless Jazmine Sullivan. She deserves multiple.
Yeah, let me just press everything.
Yes.
When Jazmine Sullivan jumped on that microphone with that sultry voice and said, "He still lives with his mama, but I treat him like a king." I felt that.
I felt that too.
All right. When she said that he put it down so good that she paid his rent.
Round of applause.
Saw a lot of women didn't like that, man.
No, they were projecting because that's what they do. That's why they were mad.
Yeah.
Because that's what they would do if a nigga, if they give him that good dick. They're like, okay, we'll do it for you, daddy. You're fucking right. Respectfully.
Saw a lot of that. And I would just say this. If you just be upfront and tell us that you just operate off of broke bitch energy,
exactly,
that's fine. But get out the way and let the real queens treat us the way we need to be treated. That's all I'm gonna say.
We ain't your daddies.
I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge you. You know, if you ain't got it like that, you ain't got it like that. But step aside.
I mean,
don't hate.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, how you gonna hate from outside the club?
You can't even get in.
You know, like, come on now. But no, I saw that. I laughed. I had a good laugh, healthy laugh at that.
Right.
It was like, when the tables turn, all of a sudden, you gotta have morals. You gotta go after, you gotta go after for love. You can't be doing all that. But then when it followed up with On It, talk about the magic of voices coming together. That probably in many circumstances would collide with each other. But in this instance, complemented each other enough to where it's like, I want more. Give me an EP of the two of you together.
Yeah, I like the Her track, like the last track on there, Girl Like Me.
Well, that was I'm not taking anything away from her, but the highlight, what I'm bringing up with Ari Lennox was that they were singing about a subject that really you don't really hear that type of singing toward. Like the way the dynamics of their vocals was something you would expect more along the lines of "And I Will Always Love You," or
I get what you're
"I
saying.
Have Nothing." You know, some Whitney that like something that you could play around the family. Right. No, this was smut, but they sung it in a way
that will make you believe
that was intertwined with that. And then Ari Lennox, when she started off the song, she hit a note that was like, "Okay, damn, Ari, you got that." Later on, Jazmine complimented and did that same thing and took it up a notch further.
Yes.
And I was just like, all right.
Musically, like, I understand the, what it's about and all that shit, right? Whatever. But just musically alone, right? When I heard that shit, I was like, oh my God, I could not sit still for half a minute.
It was different.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Yeah, there's no other way to explain that. She's a different vocalist. Talented, great as all hell songwriter. But vocally,
very underrated.
I'm very proud she's getting her due right now because she's been that way. A lot of people just didn't want to give her credit because when she came out, I bust the windows out you. I was like, everybody's writing her off like, she's just that other type of artist, and it's like, fam, listen to the dynamics and the tone of that voice.
Yeah. She sang the fuck out of that song, dude. Like seriously.
Yeah, and then the Missy Elliott record and shit like that, round and round, and like she could sing her ass.
She can. Price tags with Anderson .Paak.
Yeah,
wonderful collaboration. Anderson .Paak, you know, you get one of those features that you hear, and it's like, before I heard it, I wasn't thinking of Anderson .Paak outside the commercials.
Yeah.
And then he does something on here, and it's like,
Oh yeah.
okay, you're due it for a project now. All right, yeah.
He's been way due for a
Yeah,
project.
you do.
Yeah, we need this.
Right.
Perfect timing. Come on.
That's what I got from Anderson .Paak on
sure.
that. And then again, to go back with the interludes, you have Rashida's Tale that leads into Lost One. Again, that adds a different dynamic to what Lost Ones was about. I saw a lot of people that were able to relate to both Precious' tale and Amanda's tale. And then not only seeing that they were relating, but seeing some of the stories. Again, this was I appreciate the vulnerability that Jazmine put on this project, because you saw a lot of women go on social media and weren't afraid to be vulnerable and say, yeah, I actually had to go to therapy for a couple of years to rectify what she was talking about in the song, because I was that girl.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so again, it was jokes to be, you know, when you had songs like Put It On, like, it was jokes and all that.
Yeah.
But to see actually people, it resonating with, I wouldn't even say not only women, but men to a certain extent, resonating with people in general. Like, no, yeah, I had to get out of the bad place, but I know that song, that was that person in that song. That's what great artists do.
Yeah.
Like, they
Definitely.
create art that it takes you to a place where you may not necessarily want to remember that place, but you know it.
At the very least, I mean, relatability.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
Good music.
But I would even say there's a difference between relatability and saying I was that person.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I can relate to a motherfucker selling drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
No, I can't.
Well, the mindset,
Yeah,
the hustle.
yeah, the hustle,
I'm not talking
yeah.
about actually, but again, that's relate. I can relate to it. I've never lived it,
Yeah.
so I can only relate so much. But to listen to a track and say, "Oh no, I was the person in the song," to me, that's not even relating. That's
I just got a smile on my face, bro. I'm not going to go any further than that.
Yeah.
Let-
Be quiet.
you
You
don't
don't want the FBI coming after your ass.
Yeah. I plead the fifth.
I don't sell
1, 2,
drugs.
3, 4.
No. He's talking about himself.
Oh,
Like that's what I'm saying. I got a smile on my face. I'm just.
well, nobody said it, Busby, until now you put it on the mic.
I know. Thanks a lot, Busby. Jesus. Comedy.
Comedy style, yeah.
I had to steal that one time. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she came with it. There's not much more that needs to be said about this
It
project.
was a great way to start the year.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. It was a great year. It was a great album to start the year. But like I said, what albums are you anticipating?
Oh, come on, man. You already know where I'm at.
At this point, I don't care.
Roddy Rich?
Well, yes, but no.
Actually, I really don't care.
Yeah, no,
Just
honestly,
drop.
yeah, whatever comes out, comes out. I just hope that it's good. You know what I mean? That's my overall. That's kind of been always my overall thing.
Yeah.
I really do want to hear a Kendrick album, especially if it has rock influence. That's the one I was, that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Roddy Rich, of course. Sure. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
No, I genuinely don't. And I don't say that to be like nonchalant about it. I genuinely don't care. I just want the music, because I feel that with me, when I expect something and I'm not getting it, now it changes my perception on the project.
Well, yeah. I'm just generally
Like,
asking.
now you made me wait this long, and this is what
get
you're
you.
giving me. You know what I'm saying?
get
Like,
you.
I'm hearing it differently. So at this point, it's
I'm
just...
curious about how Aubrey gonna sound. I'm just curious, but it's gonna be the same old Aubrey. Like, I hope he surprises me.
But see, right there, even saying that, you now have a perception of the project. And that's one thing as a listener I don't want to continue doing.
But when it comes to Drake, he doesn't stop.
Of course.
Yeah.
But with me as a listener, I'd rather have it play in my ears and then be like, okay, yeah, he did the same thing. Versus going into it, because now even if he does something a little different, I'm still focused on, okay, well, the last 3 songs, it was typical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
So
I'm
even
saying.
then, even when I don't have an expectation that's high necessarily, or anything that's going to change not reinvent the wheel, I still don't want to go into it thinking, okay, what's the same old?
Right.
Yeah.
I want to go into it with an experience like it's no different than going to see Fast and Furious 10 or some shit like 9. You know what I'm saying? We know what it is, but we still paying to go see the motherfucker.
Right.
That's
Right,
a Drake
right,
album.
right.
You know what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
The Drake album is a Fast and the Furious franchise.
No, what I'm saying is I'm giving an example of
I know.
even when you say the same old, you still gonna hit play on the motherfucker. So what's the
Exactly.
difference?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm just more
seriously.
curious just to see how it's gonna sound. Shit. He fuck it.
Well, the one I'm curious about is Cole's album.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm like
Well,
genuinely curious about, and I have no expectations for.
He
at
already
all.
had like an
you know
announcement on his Instagram like a few weeks ago. It said fucking, what was it? It said KOD, then it said the off season, and then it showed the shoes he's going. And it put it's a boy. I guess that's gonna be dedicated to his son. I guess.
I'm assuming it is his son.
Yeah, I hope
Like,
so.
you know what I mean?
And then it said feature run off season. It's a boy, and then the fall off. So yeah, I'm curious. It was supposed to come out last year, but COVID. So, like I said, we gonna see. We gonna see how Cole gonna go. I'm hopefully Kendrick will come out.
I'm not necessarily anticipating projects as much as I'm anticipating and excited to see which artists from the next generation is gonna start separating themselves from the pack.
Yeah.
That's what I'm more excited about. Like,
Yeah. Who's gonna surprise me?
yeah, because the thing of it is that, like, again, when I was talking about listening to music differently, I already know who I like and who I don't like, so I don't need to anticipate music to figure out if I'm still gonna like them or if I'm still not gonna like them. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've already had judgment of that. What I'm kind of looking for is kind of putting on that A&R type hat and listening to new artists and seeing, okay, this is what they have with the quality. Like, I guess building what I was hearing on with Pop Smoke and Vaughn.
Okay.
Kind of just building on how I was able to listen to it
waiting.
last year.
Yeah.
And then taking it and seeing like, okay, let's see who. All right, the project probably only shot at a 50% clip, but the 50% that hit, that was a hit. So now I want to see what they're moving forward with going on. You know what I mean? And then figuring out like, okay, is the artist, when they do something of this magnitude, are they growing or are they peaking right now? And this is the best that's gonna get.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm just waiting.
Similar to along the lines of how I was with Roddy Ricch and,
Right.
and Lil Baby.
Right.
I'm
a
just
few
waiting
years
for
back.
that new generation artist to drop that album that had me feeling the same way when I first heard Good Kid, Mad City for the first time. And now when I heard Good Kid, Mad City for the first time, like Section 80, I knew what it was. I was like, okay, it's cool. But then when I heard Good Kid, Mad City, I was like, okay, this is special. Like, I'm waiting for that album to be like, this is something special right here. So
I get what you're saying.
yeah, that's what I want, that special feeling, especially in the COVID era now, I guess, that we're in right now. I want to see what artist is going to step up and do that.
But see, I think it might hit different for us because it's not our era.
Yeah.
So I think even then, and I could be wrong, you could have the same mindset and it could work for you. That mindset just doesn't necessarily work for me anymore because this era isn't my era anymore.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking at it from a different lens of, okay, which one of these young cats can, take the culture and do something else?
Yep.
Because what I may anticipate in hearing something else, it could be this generation's Good Kid, Mad City and how they view it. You know what I'm saying? So who am I to say, no, you're wrong, this is it? It's not for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on the outside looking in giving support to the next generation coming up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So again, that's why I'm more so excited. Now, the artists, I grew like, Kendrick, Cole, Crit, all of them, I'm still going to be a fan.
For sure.
But that's more so based off of, again, I'm not expecting them to reinvent the wheel anymore.
Yeah, same
They've
here.
already got me.
Right,
They've
right,
already got
right.
me the last decade. So anything they drop, good or bad, I'm going to tune in regardless.
Yep.
What I'm looking for now is
Who gonna step up?
exactly.
Yeah, like who's next up, basically.
Right.
Yeah. No, definitely. That's kind of the mindset that I've had for a minute. You know what I mean? Granted, I'm a few years older than you. You know what I mean? But like, I've been in that like mode already. You know what I
Right.
mean? So like I harping back to it all the time. Whatever. But Roddy, I listened to him before he like blew up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker's got it.
You've got it on the podcast.
Yeah.
You put us on the Roddy.
No,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but that's what I'm getting at. Like, I kind of been in that mode for a minute. So then when you brought up Pop Smoke and King Von at first, like I said, when I first heard it, it was like it didn't resonate.
Click.
It didn't. Yeah. It didn't get that little. You know
Right.
what I mean? Then I heard their actual albums, and I was like,
Oh,
Yeah.
man,
That's why
Yeah.
that's why I'm sad about what happened to Pop Smoke, man. Because
Yeah, that's
I mean,
what I
both
mean.
of them.
both of them.
Yeah.
Bro. Pop Smoke's album, it was just like, damn, if you were alive, this would have been the album of the fucking summer, man. I mean, technically it was, but like
That could
it
have been
could've-
album of the year.
Album
the
of the
like
year,
if he would have, promoted it correctly.
everything
Right.
was open,
Yeah.
and it would have been. It gave me the same feeling I heard when I heard My Crazy Life for the first time. So
Yeah.
we'll find out, man. When y'all
I don't
step
even
up.
know. I don't even know where to. I mean, obviously, you just got to browse through the DSPs and try to find acts. But I'm legitimately curious because for this next era, they're starting off in. I think that's what makes it difficult at the same time of making it so accessible for these new artists. Is the fact that we are in a COVID time, so everybody's in the house to make the music. But on the flip side of it, it's difficult because once you make something that should be celebrated outside, we're not outside. You know what I mean? So that's why it's kind of difficult to even know where to look. Because it's like, how do I judge? How can I look at myself as somebody a part of the culture and judge somebody that makes music for outside, but we're not outside?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't properly.
you.
It's unfair for me to judge you on that because that's the type of artist that's the lane you're going for.
Yeah.
But we're inside. I can't judge you like somebody that makes music for people that want to put the headphones on. You know what I mean? Like, I got to be able to properly, make critiques and give praise.
For example, Griselda dropped at the perfect time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, most
'cause
definitely.
We're in the house, we're chilling, got the headphones on, or listen to shit,
Going on
on the
walks,
speakers and shit.
yeah,
driving,
Exactly.
delivering.
So you hear all the metaphors, you hear all the
Taking over the
stories,
Capitol.
you hear all. Oh, shut the fuck up. Nah, but you know what I'm saying though. Like you hear all the shit that Griselda wants you to hear. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, you get it, every detail. Now, flip side, people like Playboy Cardi, Lil Uzi Vert, that shit don't resonate as well as it could have been if the clubs and shit are open. You know what I mean?
And the
It
festivals
just is
and all
what
that
it,
shit.
yeah, and the festivals, of course, yeah, for sure. Rolling Loud played a huge part in how I found newer artists.
Right.
That shit ain't around. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, but that's why I'm less in the zone of anticipating projects versus anticipating who the next era is going to be.
Yeah, that's what we said.
'Cause
like
the
at the
foundation's
end of
gonna
the
be laid.
decade.
The foundation's going to be laid this year. If this year is any replica of what 2011 was, because we're going to get to the point this year, there's going to be a lot of anniversaries from a lot of quality projects that we heard back in 2011.
Like what?
yeah.
Oh, what didn't come out in 2011?
I,
man?
like, you're the one with the hard drive
My brother,
memory.
Section 80.
Okay. Yeah. Take care.
Take Care.
Finally.
Undone by The Roots.
Watch the Throne. That was 2000. Yeah, 2011. Watch the Throne.
Yeah.
Shit.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2011.
God damn.
That'll be 10 years.
I mean, Jeezy came back with Thug Motivation 103, and
Bad
I'm not
dropped that year too.
Yeah, and I'm not
Shit.
saying that every single one of those projects was a classic. What I'm saying is that just the
relative.
levels of quality
Oh, that
of
was
music that came out that
Yeah.
year
For sure.
was at a very fucking high caliber. Like, if it wasn't for
Oh my
2015
god,
in my
House
eyes,
of Balloons too.
yeah, if it wasn't for 2000,
Fuck.
if it wasn't for Nostalgia Orange,
And that's never gonna come out.
the first Beach House.
Yeah,
Shit.
If I'm not mistaken, the first Beach House was 2011.
yeah, it was.
I might be off by a
Sounds
year or
right.
two,
But
but
yeah, Frank Ocean.
sounds right.
Yeah, Frank Ocean and Weekend came out that same year. Fuck.
yeah. So that
Odd Future,
yeah,
damn.
that's what I'm going off. That was the year where people started separating
Who they were.
who they were from the rest of the pack, and
So-
they separated in bunches.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when
sure.
Danny Brown dropped that year. Fucking damn, hella people dropped that year.
Yeah.
Fuck. Watch the Throne drop that year. Shit. 10 years. It's about to be 10 years old for Watch the Throne. We old, man. Shit.
That's there's gonna be a lot of 10-year anniversaries on this podcast moving forward this year.
And we already did our Watch the Throne anniversary, like in the second episode. All the way back.
Yeah.
Oh well. We'll do it again. Shit, that don't count. But other albums did drop. I don't listen to that Griselda soundtrack shit.
I didn't get to it either.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the first time, we
Same here.
Griselda out. Like, we're listening to it.
I was just music'd out.
That too.
Yeah,
be
I'm not
honest.
even Griselda. I just gotta get back in the.
Gotta get back in the groove. That's what happens
At
in
this
the
point,
year.
I'm in preseason mode. Like,
That's what January
I
is.
can only handle one or maybe two
January-
albums tops.
January is the preseason.
Yeah.
And we're going to see, because Drake got like, we got 2 more weeks before February?
Yeah, it would have to be one of my favorites that drops in this hypothetical. It'd have to be one of my favorites that drops in the same week of Drake for me to say, okay, I'm gonna listen to something more than Drake.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I have to get out of that relaxed mode.
Yeah, I think when
that's
Drake,
gonna-
I
that's
think
gonna take a
Drake's he's gonna set it off. Either he drops in January or he's gonna drop somewhere around fucking Valentine's Day because certified lover boy.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
It would make sense.
It wouldn't make sense because he has a fucking heart on his fucking head. Yeah. Anyway, sports.
What a week in sports, man.
So we started football, basketball.
No. We
Segue,
start with
man.
the most recent
Hold on,
news.
that
Oh
was
yeah,
awesome.
we gotta talk about
Yeah,
that.
no, this is big news that happened today.
Oh yeah.
Leading up to this, Anthony Davis got pissed off with what the Lakers were doing. Particularly what
Rightfully
happened
so.
with the Spurs and just defensively. They sat him out on the second night of a back-to-back because they played the Bulls after. He basically told the team, look, when I get the fuck back, we're going to clean this shit up. And the next two games happen to be in Houston.
And y'all
And
Lakers
the Lakers,
just curb stomped
the
them.
Lakers, that's exactly what the fuck they did. They cleaned the shit up, and it was nothing but disrespect. So much so that James Harden took that.
No, I thought you were talking about LeBron.
No. We're not, they got- yeah.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
So much so that James Harden used that moment as the scapegoat and saying, "Nah, this still isn't what it is. Matter of fact, my teammates we're not good enough. I still want out. Bye."
That's basically what he said. He said,
Pretty
"Fuck
much.
my team."
Yeah.
And at
Fuck
that point,
this whole team, I'm out.
At that point, literally minutes after, I hit the group chat and I was like, they got to get rid of him as quickly as possible. Like, they can't sit on this anymore.
I literally saw
And-
that. I saw that like when I saw it on Twitter. I was like, "Wow."
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Now, albeit, I understood why he said it. Mm-hmm. So that's not a question of why he said it, because him saying it proved to work. Because less than 24 hours later, he's now a Brooklyn Net.
Air
What
the
I'm trying to figure out before I air the horns is that, was he concerned with his teammates, former teammates' how it was perceived? Because if he wasn't, that speaks to something different from him using it as a master plan to just get the hell out. That means he just didn't give a fuck, period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
I
it
get
would have
you.
been a whole different situation if he went to the team beforehand and was like, "Yo,
I'm
about to say, I don't really mean it, but they're playing with me, and I need to get the hell out of here." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But to just go out and make those claims, you can tell that wasn't the case based on John Wall's comments afterwards.
DeMarcus Cousins.
And then what DeMarcus Cousins had to say. DeMarcus Cousins had to wait a full day to even comment because of what he thought he would say on the mic. And that let me know that. And then what Paul Silas telling them, yeah, we told him not to come to the building. That let me know they knew that had he stepped in the building, there was going to be fights.
They were gonna whoop his ass.
And they just couldn't have that on their hands. Long overdue, but James Harden is officially a part of the Brooklyn Nets.
Now, there's some drama going on in Brooklyn.
Well, before that, the deal that took place, I thought it was going to be a straight up Brooklyn-Houston trade.
Yeah. That's what all signs projected.
Right, because
Yeah.
initially, even before Spencer Dinwiddie, his season ended, the talks were it was supposed to be Spencer, LeVert, and Jared Allen, and then multiple picks. That was how it was supposed to work.
Right.
When the Cavs came into play, I was like, okay, they just using that as a third team to facilitate. I thought picks were just moving.
Yeah.
When they said Jared Allen was going to the Cavs, I was like, oh, the Cavs got a legit shot to get in the playoffs now. Mm-hmm. And then when they said, yeah, LeVert is going to Houston, and then in a matter of minutes, it didn't even seem like seconds, Shams comes out and goes, yeah, the Rockets are dealing LeVert to the Pacers, and Oladipo's going to Houston. At that point, that's when I was like, yo, what the fuck just happened?
That
Seriously.
was wild.
Seriously.
That was wild. Like, I was like,
Yeah, I was like, oh,
this.
I was like, wait. Oh, this is a 14 blockbuster.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Now let me examine what the hell's going on. When you look at the Brooklyn Nets, yes, they have Kevin Durant, they have James Harden, and they have Kyrie Irving. The problem is they no longer have the deep depth that we were praising them for at the beginning of the season.
They
Got rid of
that
their
shit.
depth. Just
It's
for that.
gone. Literally, it's gone. There's
KD
nothing
left.
there.
Oh man, KD left GSW for this.
I won't even say this. This isn't in particular what this actually was part of the plan in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
In getting Harden. Mm-hmm. What wasn't a part of the plan is Kyrie going MIA
Randomly.
since the Capitol
Oh
Hill
my God.
situation.
Yeah.
Which at the time I was supporting him by saying, there's consequences that you're going to have to deal with. And if you're going to be expecting these black athletes to entertain you and you're going to act the ass and do that shit, I fully support Kyrie.
Logically, but this
I
is
fully support. No, that's what it was at the time.
at the time.
I support Kyrie and what he's doing. Then it turned into, wait a minute, he's missing the game because of.
He don't feel
wait a
like
minute.
it.
He's on a fucking
Wait.
chat right now, and the game starts in 30 minutes.
He's on a chat? What do you mean he was on the chat?
Yeah, there was. I don't know if it was political or what was going on, but he was in a Zoom meeting
What?
taking place, celebrating somebody, literally 30 minutes before the Nets took the court.
On some low management shit?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
And that opens up a whole.
And then
I mean, it goes back to what I was saying. Like, it's either going to be, they're either going to storm through the East, or it's going to be the greatest shit show that we've seen in a while. And I had said, if that's going to be if they add Harden, because basketball-wise, Kyrie and KD leading that team, they looked amazing.
Oh yeah.
Like
Definitely.
they had everything on point.
Yup.
Not saying it was going to be a cakewalk, but
they had
looked promising.
everything was
yeah,
good.
everything was there.
Definitely look promising.
Stripping that away and adding James Harden, who is clearly not in basketball shape and probably
At
not
all.
even in basketball frame of mind, with Kyrie, who hasn't been with the team in a week.
Even went to a party. You can talk about that?
Well, yeah. He was celebrating family member. His dad. I think it was his dad's
sister.
birthday.
I thought it
His
was
dad and his sister's birthday are close. It was either his dad's or they combined the birthdays.
And it was at a party. It was at some venue, and they all weren't wearing masks. And of course, there's that NBA rule that says they can't go to functions like this.
Yeah.
Or else you're gonna get fined or whatever. Because they went on James Harden's ass for going to the strip club, and then they see Kyrie doing this shit. And apparently, according to rumors, Kyrie is literally kind of pissed off about the Nets organization, about the hiring of Steve Nash as coach, because he wanted to say about who they wanted to hire as a coach. And apparently him and KD are like, quote unquote, distant. Allegedly.
That's the word that's going around, and it was... Yo, turn that shit up, bro. Yo, turn that motherfucker up.
Like on
I
Pen-
added the Nets. Look, man. I was already tuning into Nets games. I immediately added the Nets channel on League Pass to my favorites.
Oh my God.
Like, I am ready to watch that
it's
shit
like we
show
said earlier,
the rest of the season.
when Kyrie and KD came together, we said earlier, like, yo, this is either going to be very good or it's going to be a disaster.
And
Well-
when the rumors happened with fucking what's his name,
Harden
James
showing
Harden,
Yeah.
up.
we were already like, oh,
yeah.
can't wait.
Yeah, we
Like, kinda
came
shit,
on the
you know what I
podcast
mean?
before the break. We was like, yo, if that happens, this is wonderful because it's going to go right down the drain right before our eyes.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yep.
KD going to be like, I left San Francisco for this. Okay.
I can imagine him just like being completely broken, like just you know what I mean?
Because they both all three of them are emotional ass dudes, man.
Yeah.
And they do passive aggressive ass shit when shit doesn't go their way.
Yeah.
And then that's when rumors start coming out on social media about them. And they'll say slick shit on social media, slick shit in interviews, just slick shit. I knew when I heard that KD podcast, I heard that Kyrie Irving interview, and the little slick shit he said about Steve Nash, I was like, okay, this ain't, okay, we're gonna see how this goes, but you saying slick shit, okay.
Well, but now that we got the context of what the source is saying about him not having any real say in Steve Nash getting hired, that adds context to that podcast now. Like, if you really think about what he was getting off on that pod, which was, I see it as a team. We don't even really have a coach. One night it's gonna be Steve coaching. Next night, KD, we just all gonna be, now that makes more sense.
Yeah.
If there's credibility to this rumor. That's what I'm focusing on.
How does it make sense? It's explained to the people.
I already did.
Okay.
did.
Okay. Well,
So
shit.
like, hello.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense. And it's gonna go one
definitely.
of two ways.
And no in between.
No, but I'm not having even say it. It's gonna go one of two ways. It's gonna be KD and Harden with Kyrie as the odd man out, or it's gonna be all three of them feeling that type of way about each other.
That's what I think. It's that one
Because
I'm
because
leaning
at
towards
least with Katie and Harden, they already have history together.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
true,
At least with that could be their saving grace. And word on the street is, out of them two and Westbrook, them two were the closer ones.
Right.
So they at least have that to rely on. But if shit is kind of cooking up the way I expect it to cook up, which is the ball gets stopped, Harden's doing 18 to 20 second ISOs.
Let's say dribbling the ball into the ground and shit.
Yeah. That's where it's gonna,
Or Kyrie's taking it to the paint when you see fucking KD's wide the fuck open and he doesn't pick and he doesn't pass
like
it to
it's
him.
not
Too
gonna
much
be the
ego.
It's not gonna be
Yeah.
the same style of basketball that they were playing for the first 9 or 10 games.
Speaking of Brooklyn,
Nowhere near it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Brooklyn, we got the highlights right now. And is that Brooklyn or that's Katie?
That's KD. I will say this, man. KD, he looks like he never even had an
Left.
injury.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
no, he's
what I
averaging
mean?
29.
Like, yeah.
Oh my
He
God,
looks-
they destroyed the Knicks.
He
No,
looks
they won by 7.
Oh, they won
man.
myself, yeah.
But no, KD looks great. I'm glad he looks great.
Same here.
Yeah.
The thing, what I'm trying to figure out though is we know that they can get they could be a team that puts up 150 any given night. So that's not the question. But trading Jared Allen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was the rim protector, even though he was coming off the bench. We knew what that was.
Right.
DeAndre Jordan and that's not taking, it's nepotism. That's all it is. No disrespect to DeAndre, but they brought DeAndre in at the behest of KD and Kyrie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're going to do everything to make not only KD and Kyrie happy, but the guy that KD and Kyrie wanted there to begin with.
Right.
And shouts out to Jared Allen, who played it off as a professional and was like, I'm going to do whatever needs to be done to come and help this team. You know, that means coming off the bench. He's gone now.
Yeah.
All I see when I look at that team is, all right, y'all could put up 150. That's cool. But AD about to have 60.
Shit.
So
Serious
he
stuff,
looking at
bruh.
that rim like any style of chicken. Oh, I could have that fried. It could be sauteed. It could be with the fried rice. I could eat my chicken any single way the way I look at that motherfucking rim.
Yup.
Yeah.
So
Dead serious too, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even gonna be fair.
yeah,
It's like I said, it's gonna go one or two ways, man. Either they're gonna be not dominant. They're gonna probably take over the East, or they're gonna probably get to the playoffs and go off in dramatic style and go out in dramatic style.
at full health, I don't even see them coming close to the Celtics
Yeah.
because Tatum and Jalen, they both took next steps in their games. Granted, they're both out because of COVID reasons, but when healthy, like Jaylen Brown took an ultimate step that a lot of people didn't think he was going to take these last 2 years.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Bay Area.
Bay Area.
Yup.
And both of them play defense. And that roster is a defensive-minded roster. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that plays out. What I'm curious to see is how this plays with the Sixers and Ben Simmons. Because Ben Simmons' name was the lead name
To get traded.
in the Sixers trade. And from what I heard about the most recent game that they played before this trade went down, which would have been Tuesday night, he was already zoned out from that game. Like, he had already checked out mentally. He was just going through the motions.
That fucking sucks.
So
man.
that shit, like, I'm looking at that like maybe Doc Rivers got to pull the Lamar Odom. Like, he's got to cut him out before this gets worse. For those who don't remember, when the Chris Paul deal got nixed, Lamar Odom was supposed to get traded to the Hornets, if I'm not mistaken. He was the one that was going to go to the Hornets because Powell was supposed to go to the Rockets.
Yes.
And when that didn't happen, he came back and was like, "Nah, I'm good because y'all showed y'all was going to get rid of me anyways." Trade. It was just a big shit show that resulted as a fact. That's why I get so upset with that Knicks trade. It's not just the fact that Chris Paul wasn't a Laker. It was you damaged the core
chemistry
of our team because we lost Lamar in that. That's why it hurt so much more. It wasn't just about Chris Paul.
Yeah.
We lost Lamar Odom.
Although, if we had Chris Paul on that team,
Yeah, it would
Kobe would
have
have
been.
gotten his 6.
I'm just saying.
Kobe would have gotten that 6th ring. Kobe
It would have been great. But
Yeah,
but at the
yeah.
same token, it wouldn't have been fast.
Oh yeah, no.
Because our depth would have been gone. We would have
Yeah.
still had to wait for that Dwight Howard trade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like there was still a lot of shit that
Yeah.
there was a lot of shit that had to taken place to get there. But again, you know, that's if people ever wanted to know why I'm still salty about that, it wasn't just the fact Chris Paul wasn't there.
Yeah.
We lost Lamar as a result of that shit, who at the time Lamar was arguably the greatest sixth man in the game at that point. And we literally lost our system because he was the heart of the team.
Yeah, he was like he was the original point forward. Yeah, but also didn't we trade him to like the Mavericks for like a mid-level exception or some shit? So
it was peanuts on the dollar.
Yeah, not only do you lose the player, but you lose like him. You know what I mean? Like his presence. You know what I'm saying? In the locker room and whatnot. But one thing I will find is kind of funny though, dude, about the current NBA. LeBron moves to the West. Everyone's giving him shit like, "Oh, it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be." Everybody keeps moving to the East,
playoff,
bro.
one playoff tournament, one playoff tournament, and everybody's like, "Nah, I'm getting the fuck up out of here.
I don't need this in my life."
I'm gonna go to the East.
Like, let's think about that Nets three-headed monster real quick. You have KD, who felt like he could not get it done with the Thunder, so he had to team up with the Warriors to beat LeBron,
and then still
he got two.
Yeah, he got disrespected. It felt disrespected.
Then we look at Kyrie. Kyrie's best success happened while he was next to LeBron.
Yep.
Then we look at James Harden. Not only his last playoff series, but his last game against LeBron.
And LeBron's gonna take their souls.
Well, I didn't even think about that.
There's a common denominator in all three of them.
LeBron James.
It's LeBron James.
Like the whole reason why, one of the reasons why KD left Golden State, besides contract reasons, is because he was seeing how everyone was still praising LeBron, even though he had 2 fucking Finals MVPs and shit.
Well, I wouldn't even say about praising LeBron, but more so praising Steph and Clay.
That too.
You know what I mean?
Because all 3 of them. Shit, that's sad. Oh well.
No, I couldn't help but look at that and be like, wow, their core. There's a common denominator between their three-headed monster.
They want to take out LeBron.
And it's the motherfucker.
And
it's our motherfucker.
Yeah, it's our motherfucker.
LeBron James.
Cool. You want to talk about motherfucker, man?
Oh,
LeBron has fully activated.
Speaking of LeBron,
LeBron has activated fuck y'all bums mode. It's not even. It's not like KD came back and lit everybody's ass up, and LeBron was like, "All right, cool, thanks, bro. I'll go do it."
Don't trip. I got this.
Yeah.
I got this, man.
These games have been brutal.
The offense.
I low key feel bad for the Rockets and the Thunder after these last 3 games. Low key.
I was
Just low key.
Fuck them.
I mean, when you just look at it, it's like, damn, y'all did not have what it's. We just outnumber them.
Y'all just bullying
in
them.
Many different ways.
Just bully. It's bully ball. That's what y'all doing. Like what LeBron did.
I love it though.
What LeBron did the other day when
Wonderful.
he shot the ball and then turned around because someone made a bet. Like, I bet you a Benjamin, you won't make it. He shot the ball, turned around, looked at him, and said, bet. And the ball just went in on some Steph Curry shit.
Like, it's a new level of disrespect at that point.
I was like, well, fuck you.
Like, I had to explain to somebody on Twitter because they were like, damn, you didn't even use the T. You said disrespect. And I was like, yeah, because disrespect is when you just so happen to talk while your mom's talking. There's a little.
That's disrespect.
That's disrespect. Like, there's a little. You kind of get the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, maybe I just didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Disrespect is when you leave a little swig of the orange juice in the fridge, and she just came back from the store.
Ooh.
And you leave it there. That's disrespect.
That's disrespect.
That's what LeBron
did. And what LeBron did in that game with the bet, that's disrespect.
It's called him.
And I loved it.
Yeah, that was some disrespectful shit.
And you know what? Man, to his credit though, all the greats do that shit.
Yeah,
they gotta do some disrespectful shit.
Yeah, Jordan closed his eyes at the free throw line. I'm almost positive Kobe had a bet with the free throw as well.
Kobe dunking on fucking Yao Ming just because.
Fuck it, Kobe dunking on everybody just because. Dwight Howard
shooting a left-handed
Steve
three
Nash,
with the shot clock
Steve
going
Nash
down.
One was the most disrespectful ever.
Oh, I was gonna get to that one. Yeah.
Yes.
He won
Kobe's
MVP.
entire,
like, fuck you.
Kobe's entire dedication to Mark Cuban after Mark Cuban said the Lakers should amnesty Kobe.
Amnesty this.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that shit.
Kobe had a great memory. Missed that guy.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, like I said, man, all the greats do this shit. He fell in line with the rest of them. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is.
Lakers just look amazing at this point. And I was I said 11-9 to start the season only because of the short turnaround, and I didn't know how COVID was going to play into this.
Right.
So I was setting myself up to be like, look, you kind of got to expect the worst to kind of happen.
Yeah.
So that way you set your expectations down.
Definitely.
And I will say this. I failed in my mission with yelling at the TV. But it hasn't been for the reaon that you think.
Not anger.
Okay.
When LeBron did what he did with that bet,
Fuck yes.
said, "You better talk to them motherfuckers." I yelled it at the TV.
No, I think my favorite one's when AD made the Kobe shot.
Yeah,
in
talk
the
to these niggas.
No.
AD.
I just still imagine you went, talk to these niggas.
Yes. Right there.
I wasn't
Right there where you're sitting. That's how you know what it was. You're channeling the energy.
Like, I just know because I can just imagine you doing it because you get quiet. It happened.
Yeah. The only thing that would have made it better is this. Talk to these niggas.
I gotta get to the Capitol and talk to these niggas.
But yeah, man, the Lakers overall, they look unbeatable at this point. And I don't mean that in the sense of because they're gonna lose games.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
In a 7-game series,
Yes.
only injuries and COVID can beat us at this point.
That's what it looks
exactly
like,
what it's
man.
shaping up
And
to be.
it's crazy too. It's like real quick. I just want to touch on the new additions. Some shit that I've been noticing. Right, with Harrell, you knew what he was gonna do. You know what I mean? He was gonna play tough defense. He was gonna play
Hustle,
tough.
man.
Yeah, exactly. Tough hustle type offense. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Get in where he fit in type shit. Marc Gasol, I'll be honest with you. I like him. I know that he's a great defender and all that. Right. I wasn't sure how he was gonna fit. You know what I mean? Like it just didn't look proper to me. You know what I'm saying?
Then you saw the pass.
Then
you saw
I
his
see
first pass.
all these passes, and I'm like, okay, bruh, I see you. I see you.
Like, you mean LeBron could do a pick and roll with him too?
Not only that, but he was shooting them threes. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Now, Schroeder.
Dennis the Menace.
Bro, listen. First of all, I'm calling the motherfucking Nightcrawler, right? He's German, and he just, like, teleports across the damn court.
That's a good one.
I've been calling him that for a minute.
That's a good nickname.
Nah, I've been calling him Nightcrawler and shit. But dog, I'm telling you, last night when we're playing against the Rockets, right? Whatever. I was just like, dude, what the fuck is? Oh shit! There's little nuances to the way he handles the ball.
Yeah.
That's just fucking unmatched by anybody else.
Yeah.
And I knew he was fast. Like that was never an issue. He gets down the court like a motherfucker, bro. But like, dog, I'm telling you, I don't even know how to explain it on air. You know what I mean? But he dribbled the ball and put so much spin on it, faked out the defender, and it came back to him like a fucking yo-yo. You know what I mean? Wide open layup.
Yeah.
That type shit. Earlier today, we saw him like driving down the court, and he bounced the ball between his legs from behind, and it's just like, dude, how are you doing this?
No,
What the fuck, man?
Again, they have turned Kuzma into a luxury at this point.
Yes.
Where last year we wanted Kuz to be the third to step up.
Right.
No, Kuz is the ultimate luxury now, because if he has a bad game, it's like, all right, well.
Like, all right,
And if he has a good game, it's like, all right, cool.
thank you.
Yeah. Like he does that. So we knew what they were going to do. The two that popped out in terms of we already knew, but now we know, is when you put Caruso and THT on the court together.
Yes.
The dynamic changes. Now it becomes a little bit more, there's a little more dog on the court now.
Definitely.
More hustle, more in your
Loyalty
face.
and respect.
No, it's more like
Cena.
just the defensive, the intensity just kind of notches up a little bit.
It's just something about the chemistry they have
Yeah.
playing with each other. I don't know where it came from.
I guess
because,
I guess
you know,
to explain it, this is the only way I can to make somebody understand that hasn't watched like Martine and I. It's like New Edition. It's one fucking group, but in the midst of that group, there's little mini components
Yes.
that can spiral out and spin off in that.
Yeah.
That's
That
the
makes a lot
best
of
way to
sense.
put it.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. You know, it would have felt nice if I joined y'all in your Lakers stuff.
You had your opportunity.
Yeah, your
all right?
opportunity.
I
Don't
know.
run it now. You don't get to
know.
play that.
I know.
Nah, we're getting
Anyway,
from last week.
like I said, it looks like you guys are gonna repeat. And you know who should have repeated are my Niners in the NFC West. Because clearly, the fucking Seahawks can't defend that shit. Vincent Price. I want Vincent Price.
Oh, yeah.
That too.
There's powerful
Oh,
niggardry
Vincent
at work
Price.
here.
Now, I love coming to my biggest hater's funeral just to see that he dead. That's the Seahawks.
Yeah.
All right. They were all gloating when they won the NFC West. Oh, they were gloating. Oh, we champions, smoking cigars and shit. Like, what, smoking cigars because you won the fucking NFC West? We didn't do that shit. Like, we don't think about the playoffs. You know, that's what you should have thought about. Who did they lose to?
The Rams.
They lost to the Rams.
The Lambs.
The same Rams that couldn't contain the Kyle Shanahan JV Niners. Twice. 2. And you lost to them. Badly, too.
And I'm just sitting there like...
And then what that tells me, I gotta get this out. What that tells me is that if my Niners were at full strength this COVID season, we would have ran to the fucking West again. We would have ran it back on you bitches. But God said, nah, that's not the plan yet. You gotta wait.
Nah.
And that's okay. We gotta wait till the fans come back.
And that's cool.
Because the fans have to come back. Nobody was at, what's their little fucking, the stadium? The 12th
Century
man?
Link?
No one was at that bullshit when y'all won. Who cared? Yay! Y'all won. Now y'all lost in that home on the couch. Shout out to Russell Wilson, though. That's a ding.
Yeah, no, shout out to Russell Wilson because you played a hell of a game.
Hell of a game.
I fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
Hell of a game.
Yeah.
Love
that
that
was
shit.
sad to watch.
Keep doing that for the rest of your career,
I didn't
motherfucker.
watch the game. No, I was at work. I didn't watch the game, but then when I saw that they lost, I was like, why are you laughing? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
It's Niner shit.
Yeah, no, I was surprised with that outcome for sure. Especially, it wasn't even about the outcome as much as it was more based on what happened. What happened was bad. Rams lit them up to start the game.
Really?
Yeah. And even though it didn't really translate into the score until later, you could just tell who the better team was on the field up until the game broke.
And they were playing with their backup quarterback, too. And they had to bring in their injured starting quarterback. And they still whooped that ass.
But see, to me, that's not
saying much.
That's not saying a lot because you're actually doing a better service to the team because you're bringing in who they're expecting to be a quarterback anyways.
That, too.
So, injured, starting, you're going to feel more comfortable with your guy taking the snap. So, that was... I felt like that was kind of doing them a favor.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, you got the questionable one out the way because now you know what Jared Goff can give you even if he's hurt.
For sure.
So yeah, no, that was pleasing to see in some aspects. I mean, granted, that's on the flip side. Another NFC team still won, so it's kind of like. Well.
But for me and Martine,
but you know what it is, man. Like,
you a Niner too. You should hate them too.
You know what?
I mean,
it
yeah,
is.
but
Like,
you get what I'm saying. Like, yeah, they lost, but it was like shit. Another NFC team that they
Well, it
won.
wasn't them.
But we beat the Rams. You know
But
what I'm saying?
even
Like,
again,
that's where I take solace in it. I'll be completely honest
Same
with you.
here.
I take solace in the fact that we actually beat the Rams.
with
you know what I'm saying?
with an injured
The Seahawks,
Niner team.
You know how they get on my nerves. You know
I mean,
how they get on my nerves.
But I mean, that just goes to how I perceive football. Because football is the ultimate game of matchups.
Yeah.
So just because we beat the Rams doesn't mean, if we took the Rams spot, that's going to be a guarantee win.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
no, I'm not saying that.
Yeah. So I mean,
But I don't care
that's,
about the Rams
that's-
like that.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
but
saying.
no, I understand where you guys are coming from.
Yeah.
That's just where I'm coming from. Where it's
hatred.
like, yeah, okay, cool. Seahawks lost. Rams are still in.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll get knocked out next.
They'll get knocked out next. Who they going against? Who they going against? The Rams. Who they playing?
Going against Packers.
Yeah, it's over.
yeah, that's cookies, bro.
Hey, bro.
It's over. It's over.
We came on this podcast last week and said the Browns was done.
We did.
That's true.
So the playoffs is I don't say anything.
No, we talk about the Browns.
One thing I will say about that, we agreed that the Browns were done. My cousin, who is a diehard Steelers fan, he's been a fan since God knows when. He knew that that game was over before it started, bro.
Really?
Yes,
He knew his team.
it.
See, I wasn't going off of football. I went off of the fact that their coaches had COVID, so they didn't have, and they couldn't be in the facility.
Yeah.
So I was going off of.
Sure.
I wasn't going off of their talent because talent showed that they didn't just get to 10 wins off a fluke.
Yeah.
So how did your
10 plus
cousin?
wins.
How did your
so
cousin?
I wasn't going off of that.
Go on.
But when you don't have the time to prepare, it's like, okay, that's the ultimate wrench. But what we failed to factor in was that, okay, they still got a wrench in their game plan, but the Steelers in the last 5 games just were imploding.
Yep.
And they just happened to catch them where, okay, we've already played this team twice. We know what to expect with them.
They caught him with the pants down off jump. The first snap.
The very first play of the game.
Just a fumbled snap, and then the Browns picked it up at the end zone touchdown. I was like, okay. I was like, wow, that's crazy. All right.
And then it just kept going.
In the first quarter.
Like, Roethlisberger had, what, 3 picks before the first quarter was over?
Yeah, and then after that, they
Two at least.
No, I think he did have 3. And then he had another one.
In the
he had 4 altogether.
No, but when they hit 21-0, I'm like, they still got 4 minutes left.
In the half.
In the first quarter.
The first quarter, my bad.
So I was on the phone with somebody, and they were telling me some like deep shit, and the game was going, and then when Roethlisberger threw that pick, I put it on mute, like, oh shit! Oh shit! And I'm like, they still got 3 minutes. If they score, it's 28-0, and they scored, and it was 28-0 in the first quarter.
There's only one other team in NFL history that put up 28 points by the end of the first quarter in the playoffs.
Who was that?
I didn't even look up the stat, but just to know that the Browns
Of all
are one of 2 teams to do that. There is no more the Browns are going to Brown.
No.
That shit's done.
Yep.
It's over.
I agree with you.
It's done. We can make fun of them later on, but there's no more the Browns are going to Brown.
So
That shit's
I
don't care. I don't care if Kansas City blows them out
I was
on
about
Sunday.
to get to that.
I don't care if that takes place because in the grand scheme of things, that's expected to happen.
Yeah.
I swear.
What they did in this game,
They almost let them.
it is a whole new culture.
They almost browned it up because Steelers were creeping back, but after that they said nah. They said nah.
It takes a changing of the guard to do what they did.
Yeah.
Like the way that Chubbs was running, and they could not stop the run at all.
Yeah,
Chubb, Kareem Hunt, fucking Baker Mayfield played a hell of a game. You know what I mean? I'm not
It's
gonna say it was the greatest, but he did what he had to
I'm
do.
gonna say this: if these motherfuckers, and they're going to Kansas City, right? They're gonna be.
Yeah.
If they go to Kansas City, fans or not, if they go into Kansas City and beat Patrick Mahomes and them, they're winning the Super Bowl. I'm just gonna say it, like.
I mean, anything's possible.
I mean, it makes sense to me, man.
If you beat the $500 million man, you're winning the Super Bowl.
Yup.
At this point, I'm just gonna put more respect on their name and say if they get blown out, cool. But I'm going into this game kind of expecting to see
a dog
game
fight
that goes into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, like a legit dog fight. Like, I mean,
they at least deserve my respect, on that end, where it's
definitely.
Now, another player that gained my respect is on, I was about to call them the Redskins, the Washington team. Tyler, I was about to call him Heineken. Because Alex Smith was injured, and they got rid of Haskins.
Yeah.
So they had to get Willie Beeman, the white Willie Beeman. That's exactly who he was.
Willie Beeman.
My name was Willie. So Tyler Heineken. That boy against the Bucks, he was balling.
he had his own.
I was like, he was in the zone. I had to call up my homegirl because she was watching this shit. I'm like, you watching this shit right now? She's like, yep. And I was like, what's going on? Even Tom Brady's like, who the fuck this nigga? He said exactly that, even though he's white. But then Tom Brady had to be Tom Brady because, the Redskins defense was just trash. Like, Tyler Heineke
Who's
did it.
that?
Redskins, my bad. The Bucks, the Washingtons,
The football team.
the football team, the football teams, the football team's defense was just trash. So Tom Brady had to be Tom Brady, but that boy was balling his ass off. Come to find out, it's like what, his fourth team, Heineke?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like he's been in the league.
Been in the league for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
now.
he was in the XFL for a little bit and shit like that, and came back. And Alex Smith was sitting at home like it's happening again.
This time with a white quarterback.
First it was
Not
Kaepernick.
again.
First it was Kaepernick. Then it was Patrick Mahomes.
He was always teetering that line with the biracial quarterback.
Now it's full
now
white.
it's full on white supremacy.
Oh my god.
No,
It was jokes at first, and then when the tweets came out, it was like, oh no, that is white supremacy.
Yeah, and then it comes to find out he's full MAGA and against Black Lives Matter. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck you. But still.
And he got what he deserved.
Yep. But yeah,
you
man.
You come against Ultra MAGA, you best not miss. Tom Brady lit his ass up.
Well, he lit the defense up. But he gave, as a player, he gained my respect that night. He balled.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I mean, I saw a lot of people that were like, oh, they found their quarterback, and I was like, maybe.
I'm
not going to say that for sure, because everybody's allowed to have those games where it's, cool, they get you. But once your ass is on film...
Yep.
They were analyzing.
Yeah.
I was about to say, you are fucking contained in its game blouses.
Yeah. They thought they had that with Lamar Jackson. I was scared of what was going on with Lamar Jackson. I tried to get ahead. I went and got ahead of it on social media and was like, yo, Capitol Hill Facebook is going to light his ass up. And I'm logging off. Because that was when it was 10-0. I was like, I'm logging the fuck off. I'm not going to deal with this. And Lamar said, nah, it ain't going to go down like that.
46-yard touchdown.
BLM. And I put the L in that motherfucker.
The L. That was good. That was good. Give me some a ding. That's a ding. That was good.
And he started running for his legacy.
Running.
And man. I was man. If a black tear could come from my eye, a black tear would have came from my eye, man.
That was a great game, though.
You know who didn't run?
Who?
And I couldn't believe it.
Derrick Henry, man.
I was so lost. I was like, wait.
They contained him?
You're trying to tell me that LeBron James got shut down.
Yeah. I watched part of the game, but they shut him down?
43 yards.
43 yards.
So they shut down. No wonder why they won. They shut down that run game.
43 yards.
You shut down Derrick Henry? Blouses.
And to top it off,
I was just surprised that it happened in general. Like, you know what I mean?
To
like,
top it off,
crazy.
They got their get back. I love a good dose of get back.
Yep.
If you remember in the season, the Titans went and started, dancing all over the Ravens logo.
Yep.
When Marcus Peters...
Shout out Oakland, California.
Yes. Of all people, you allow Marcus Peters to get the pick and lead the charge on the get back.
And then he
ran out of bounds, and the first thought wasn't even let's celebrate. His first thought was, I got it, and here I come. And the whole damn defense ran towards the damn logo and danced.
That's what I loved about it more than anything. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you brought up T.O., right? T.O. went to the Star by himself.
Yeah.
This motherfucker literally rounded up his defense and then came back to the center. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's wonderful.
I loved that shit.
If I was a Colts fan, who did the Colts go against again? That they lost. Oh, the Bills.
The Bills.
If I was a Colts fan and I saw that, because I watched the last series, and I saw how Phillip Rivers played, you couldn't even get us into field goal range to tie the game, right? Tie the game or win the game.
I caught bits and pieces. I was working, so I don't know.
Yeah, I saw the last bits and pieces. This motherfucker threw the last few series. He threw 2 fades out of bounds twice. Then he couldn't get in field goal range. So after that, it had to be a Hail Mary. He couldn't even throw it. It wasn't even a full Hail Mary. It was Hail May.
Damn.
Yeah, and then and if I was a Colts fan, I'm like, I want him gone. Gone. Like, fuck him. I want him gone.
Even though he got you to...
Fuck him.
But
I'm not even a Colts fan. It don't matter if I want him gone.
Playoffs?
Playoffs?
All right.
I just want him to win a game. Yeah, fuck him. If that's that, it's just, the principle.
Well, that's who Phillip Rivers is.
I know exactly.
That's literally his entire career.
That's his entire career. So
what the NFL for the kids though.
That's what we're gonna get on. Even though the Saints is talking as a blowout, that don't matter.
No, I wasn't even. It was just boring.
Nickelodeon. I haven't said that in years. Wow.
Yeah, when I brought this to the podcast last week and said the game's gonna be Nickelodeon, I had some reservations. Like,
same here.
All right, but then in the grand scheme of things, it was like, okay, I mean, it's for the kids. Like, let the kids have that. No, this ain't for the kids. This is mine. I want it. I want more.
This was vintage Nickelodeon. This is some shit that should have happened in the 90s. That's how it felt.
Nah, real shit, though.
The Nickelodeon broadcast of football, no, this is for me.
That was like Guts.
I am Billy Madison sitting legs crossed with the kids. Nah, you make room for me. This was supposed to happen during my youth.
Like the way they had this all set up, they had like stars from Nickelodeon and the sports commentators. They were just joking the entire time.
It was fun.
Yeah, they were explaining the rules and shit. Game was boring as fuck. It was a blowout.
Yeah.
But every time someone scored, they had animations come out of just slime.
Oh, yeah, that
slime
shit
in
was
the
dope.
field.
When I saw the slime, I was like, "Oh, that's what they doing." No, I want more of that. I want slime, man.
And then when they did the field goal, when they were kicking field goal, they put SpongeBob's face right in front of the camera.
Yeah, I was like, they doing that too?
And then the funniest part, when there was a fight that happened, they did a split screen of SpongeBob and who was the other
Patrick.
Patrick. It was like doing the same shit. I was like, oh, so y'all get it. Y'all get it. Y'all tuned in. All right. I want to watch this from now on. Nicola, like, yeah, this needs to happen.
It was amazing.
Television.
It was quality television. Mm-hmm. All I could think about from watching it, and shout out to the young actress Gabby who sat in with Nate Burleson, and I forget who the
other kid was.
I don't even know how to describe the broadcast. You know how you have Van Gundy and Mark Jackson, but then you have Breen. I forget what his official title is as
the host,
the lead commentator.
Yeah.
So I forget. I think his name was Nathan or something like that.
Some shit.
But she did such a great job for somebody that you could tell doesn't necessarily watch the game. Mm-hmm. She's watching it and she's calling shit like she done seen this game before.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is fourth down, then they have one more down to go. Go for it. It's the playoffs. They go home if they don't do it right.
She was saying common sense shit.
Like, nah, you make a lot of, it's 4th and 3. You better throw that fucking ball.
Only thing they fucked up on was like when they had who was MVP and they picked the Bears quarterback. It was, and the game was 21-6. That was the final score, 31-6.
Something of that magnitude, like 27-10 or some shit.
I was like, okay, kids, you all right.
Yeah, they just got to change the rules of whoever wins.
Hey, look, man, you can't be giving out participation trophies and shit, man.
Yeah, whoever wins the game,
he was playing like trash. But it was, and I guess the Browns and Kansas City game's gonna be on CBS. That's gonna be on Nickelodeon. I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah,
especially if it comes down to the wire. Oh man, that's gonna
be so much slime. Much slime in that game.
They slimed Sean Payton after the game too. That was hilarious.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, like as a post game shit. Yeah. CBS, whatever executive had that idea, like we need more ratings. All right, put that shit on Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
give them a raise. That was great.
It was.
That was great. So picks.
Disney had to be watching that motherfucking mouse probably watching that shit like,
what the
motherfuckers is real cute. Okay.
Put LeBron on the Disney Channel. Run the stream on Disney Plus, motherfuckers.
Was it the since Obi-Wan ain't coming out, since Kenobi not coming out till next year?
They got all the Marvel shit, man.
Yo, take $2 million from Kenobi. I said take $2 million from Kenobi, motherfucker.
But that's Hayden Christensen's check. I don't give a fuck.
No, that mouse was pissed. And don't be surprised you start seeing NBA games on Disney.
See LeBron dunking over fucking Goofy or some shit like that.
I couldn't help but think of how we were robbed as kids. Could you imagine with Keenan and Kel?
Oh, see, now you cooking.
And Kel coming out each quarter as a different character.
Now you coming in.
So one quarter he's Ed, the next one he's Repairman.
Man.
Bruh. Lori Beth Denberg giving vital information for your football life.
Oh,
giving out gems, bro.
But
they all old.
Well, not now.
They ain't giving out gems. It's what if.
Yeah, it's what if. Yeah, they're old now.
Yeah,
it's crazy because we had back in our day, we had Guts. We had Family Double Dare. We had Nick Arcade. Legends of the Hidden Temple. Nick
Omar Gooding.
Wild and Crazy.
Omar Gooding being a part of a football broadcast as a team.
Bruh. That would make so much sense.
What other sports?
Tommy Pickles coming in. At that time, there was Ren and Stimpy.
Mm-hmm. And can you imagine if like a kicker would have missed it? You idiot!
Yeah, idiot, bro. Yeah, you hear that? You sound like you idiot.
Yeah,
that would have been fire, man.
Rick and Gerald from Hey Arnold, they going for a 4th down when they don't need to. Oh, see, man, you're bold.
We was robbed, man.
Yeah,
but they didn't have they didn't have the vision because
they have the technology.
That too, and also. It is live, and motherfuckers were cussing.
That was great. What the fuck?
Cordell Patterson, bring your ass to the stand.
Somebody did this.
He went on Twitter, he was like, I swear it wasn't me. But that was kids. Like, first of all, shout out to Nate Burleson. Nate Burleson was made to broadcast to kids.
Oh,
he did fantastic.
Yeah, no, he did a great job.
When that shit happened, what the fuck? And it just got quiet 5 seconds. Okay then.
Like, oh, we about to get fined. He just went straight to the next subject.
But I like how all the media people went on Twitter and they was like, let's face it, these kids have heard worse when they go on and play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It ain't the first. And I was like, yeah, like that was one thing I appreciate. Like they didn't try to like, see, you can't do this with kids. No, they was going to bat like, it happened. But let's face it, these kids is on the Xbox and PlayStations.
Fucking
they done heard
Fortnite,
worse.
bro.
Fortnite, they've heard worse.
Yeah.
But that was I'm gonna watch that shit again. Like you always said, and if the Super Bowl is gonna be on CBS, right?
Yeah, I said it was gonna be boring.
If the Super Bowl is on fucking what's it called, Nickelodeon, with The Weeknd performing at halftime.
Wow. Fucking wow.
I can't feel my face.
Well, you know, it's gonna be bright. What's it called? Brighten Lights and shit. What's it called? The song, the biggest song in the world.
Blinding Lights.
Blinding Lights. Yeah, that's not drug shit.
That's why I had to go back to. I can't feel my face.
When he won a fucking Kids' Choice Award for that song, I was like, do y'all understand what this song means? Nope. Oh, good shit. Good shit.
I will say this though, man. I ain't trying to dampen
CBS.
the mood. It is?
CBS.
Oh shit. Alright, I ain't trying to dampen the mood on y'all, the whole thing, right? But like, just from a football head perspective.
Nah, you didn't watch it. You don't know.
Yeah,
you don't know.
Listen.
You don't know.
When I seen fucking young Sheldon pop up and
I don't know why you didn't like that. That to
rules.
me was funny, and I don't even watch Young Sheldon.
For real.
I don't even tune into that, but I thought that was funny.
For
All
real,
I'm
I
saying
did too.
is, to me, that shit was rudimentary as fuck, bro.
But it ain't meant for you.
I know,
It's meant for the
that's what I was about to say. From my perspective, I'm just giving my
Then
perspective.
go watch
I ain't
CBS.
talking about
Watch that boring ass
yeah.
shit.
I really don't want to watch CBS. I mean, you already know how that shit.
You already
goes.
know how I feel about CBS.
Yeah, CBS.
Same
But
CBS,
It was
nigga.
like
Bro,
night and
like-
day. It really was like night and day. Like you went to CBS, it was
I
like
would.
the boring
Don't get me
shit.
wrong. I would rather watch it on Nickelodeon versus CBS. But I'm just saying, like, just that little
trying
shit
to
like that
explain
was explaining every little thing. Like, for example, it's made for kids, right? I talked about this before we went on air. It's like, bruh, if I'm gonna sit down with my nephews to watch this shit, they're already gonna know what's going on because I'm gonna be telling them. You know what I mean?
I
don't
get
need
that,
no
but on the
fucking-
flip side,
you know what I'm
for kids that don't have that
Yeah.
adult guidance,
No,
They
again,
want to watch
definitely that-
cartoons.
yeah.
Like they want to watch
100% agree
cartoons.
with you on that.
because you also gotta remember too, not everybody's like us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So not they don't even adults that like football.
Yeah.
They're not tuning into football the way we tune into football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's even a moment where even at the beginnings, if a kid doesn't necessarily like sports, but they see SpongeBob, well, guess what? Now you
Very
got a
valid
bonding
point.
moment for
Yeah.
the parent or the guardian and the child.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Very
I get
valid
what you're
point.
saying. Like, yeah, with us, it's like, nah, this is your rite of passage. You're going into sports.
Yeah.
But this, we could already tell from jump, this telecast was to bridge the gap between the kids that
Yeah,
don't necessarily
for sure.
watch it and the parents that get pissed off when they got to change the channel because the kid wants to watch cartoons. Like, this was the perfect marriage for that.
Yeah,
It was kinda
like I
like-
said
it
too.
was-
I just want to be clear about it. Like, I understand that part. I'm just saying my perspective. Seeing the clips that I saw, I was just like, okay, this is a little too much. You know what I mean?
It was long, in my opinion,
Whatever.
it was long overdue. Shit.
Yeah.
No, definitely being on Nickelodeon like that with the graphics and all that shit. Yeah,
That was long
that
overdue.
shit should
Yeah.
have been there.
Yeah.
I need
It's just motherfuckers be cussing. That's all.
I need Nickelodeon Sports. I need Nickelodeon Sports 2. I need Nickelodeon Sports News.
shit.
Like I said, they kind of tried that shit with, Disney. Well, no, not Disney. That's Disney XD. But I'm talking about with Nickelodeon, because they did bring in sports shit like fucking Guts and what other there was another show they had. I think it was just mainly Guts.
Yeah, it was mostly just that. Just
Yeah,
guts.
Guts was
I just
fire.
want to see what Red Zone would look like on Nickelodeon.
You giving out? That's a bag right there. Oh, that is a bag.
Shit.
Slime nonstop.
The sliming hour, like the witching hour.
Yeah,
It's a
the
sliming
sliming
hour.
Timing hour.
Yeah.
You gave out a bag for that. But anything else?
I think we covered as much as possible.
Yeah, boy. It's episode what? 212, 213,
212.
212. Anyway, this is episode 212 of the Logical Sense podcast. You can always follow me on the Twitter. Shout out to Mr. Fab. You can always follow me at Mr. BuzzB for lowercase 08. You can follow us on Twitter at iLLogicalSP. You can follow us on Instagram at The Illogical Sense, and of course on the Facebook
Give me a hell yeah.
Yeah, because we ain't banned.
We ain't banned at all. We all over the internet. We're going to probably be on Shopify next.
Yep.
We're on Spotify. You can Google us. You can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on the Twitter. We everywhere. You ain't never there, you hoe ass.
Woo.
And on all social medias, you follow me on. Wait, was it?
No, it's just like talk to him, bro. Do that shit.
And on all social media, you can follow me at JC No Honey. The weekly playlist is up. Creme, that is now live. New episode of In My Zone will be available on Saturday.
Nice.
You can follow all the social media In My Zone podcast all over Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Follow, subscribe, rate the pod. Again, that'll be available on Saturday.
And you?
Oh yeah, you can follow me on all my socials at Venomous408. And all your digital streaming platforms. Search Venomous. I got music up. I got music on the way. New podcast on the way. Let's see. What else am I doing? I'm getting money every day.
You smoking weed?
Yes, that part.
That's never a question, though.
That's never a question, bro. You know.
You know it. So before we go off the air, I want to pay tribute to my late grandmother. She passed away right before Christmas last year. And, I was kind of contemplating if I should bring it up because, I've been dealing with my family, so I would like to thank everybody that shared their condolences and shit like that. And her funeral was the day before, like yesterday, before we recorded this. And it kind of put things in perspective. So every time I got off the phone with my grandmother, she would always call me all the damn times when the Warriors start playing because she thinks I'm a Warrior fan. She'll just be like,
as we do as well.
Oh, shut up.
Don't run from it. Even your grandma knew, man.
The Warriors are playing. I was like, Grammy, I know. Steph Curry made a lot of shots, yep. And yeah, but my grandmother always said, like, every time she got off the phone, she said, and I love you. Like, she always made sure to show appreciation for me. She was a great, strong woman. So I'd like to end this by saying, I love y'all. You, JC Martin, and the people, everyone that comes in and listens. So yeah, tell the people you appreciate them. But not Trump. Fuck him. Ya bitch. We out.
Peace.